This is the Buckeye Underground show. You can watch it online or you can listen on your phone. This is the Buckeye Underground show. 4 p.m. we going live, 6 p.m. we going home. This is the Buckeye Underground show. WTMH, we on live radio. This is the Buckeye Underground show. Bringing anything hot until the bottles all gone. This is the Buckeye Underground show, underground show, underground show. This is the Buckeye Underground show, underground show, underground show.
That's all I can say. Cut my veins, I bleed scarlet and gray. I was born on Lane Ave, around the corner from the horseshoe. Rock blue and maze around me, yeah, the Porsche. Woody was the king, Urban the apprentice. Gotta love Trestle, even though he left the blemish. It's been a long time, but I'm back with a vengeance. Hang on, Snoopy, we about to repair the image. I'm always feeling some type of way when I put on anything that says Ohio State. And now the time I'm always looking for Ohio plays. As soon as they roll up, I throw that O up. They yell O-H, I yell I-O. Then I fight the road, strike the highs and codes. What you know about the best damn fans? Then we moonwalk on them like the best damn fans.
Take away my rights, take away my stripes, but you would never take away my fight. This Buckeye for life. It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye. I'ma rep my set, scarlet and gray to the day I rest. Say that with your jacket. It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye.
I'm a Buckeye, you already know. Just a certain type of swagger when you come from the O. Yeah, we get a lot of hate, but that's just because deep down inside they really wanna be one of us. They really wanna be the Big Ten Big Men. They love it when we rip the skin off of Michigan. We rep the capital, but we don't got a protein. Buckeye is nothing, I ain't talking about protein. Injure your whole team, get away so clean. Know how we blow steam, we roast Wolverines. And then we march the end off since you got the Great Lakes. You're drowning your own harbor. I'm a first string starter, OSU alumnus. Love the city so much, I named my son Columbus. And that right there just shows you that it's humongous. Welcome to Buckeye City, I'll be the god on this tour bus.
Take away my rights, take away my stripes, but you would never take away my fight. This Buckeye for life. It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye. I'ma rep my set, scarlet and gray to the day I rest. Say that with your jacket. It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye.
I'm a Buckeye and I ain't gotta prove it. See, I live it and I breathe it. It ain't only in my music. You can laugh if you wanna, but I don't find it amusing. See, it's a piece of head. Don't know who they got, it's confusing. Who you know can run the table without a shot of the bowl game? Do it again in next year. Look at them now, they all saying that our schedule was soft. We don't play nobody. That's hogwash. We go to battle with anybody. We make it look like the teams that we play are weak. Cause we lace our cleats the same every week. We put them shoulder pads on, make sure the helmet's tight. And enough with all the talking, let's prepare to fight. The urban legend, Urban Meyer in the cap squad. Any given Saturday, you beat up in your backyard. And we don't care what your rank is or what the polls say. Step on the field and it's a rap. It's your role play.
Take away my rights, take away my stripes, but you would never take away my fight. This Buckeye for life. It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye. I'ma rep my set, scarlet and gray to the day I rest. Say that with your jacket. It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
614, we got one. Oh yeah. Brooklyn to Buckeye. Let go. 614-718. Go. O-H-I-O-O-H-I-O-O-H-I. I'm banging grip off the rip, don't trip. Or I grip something big, fuck around and make the car flip. Then I dip up the Ave, hit 1-6 with some bricks, had to make it flip. Now you see them, now you don't. No magic tricks, had to make a move, couldn't take a loss, so I feel like I could never lose. Team strong, money long. We a bunch of kings, you a bunch of pawns. I'm a dawn and I'm gone, Henny to the face. Got a hope from every race, all up in my bed, giving head, screaming fuck Trump and the feds, leave them dead. All blue flags, never red. Let go. Go straight for the top, never been shot, still screaming fuck the world like a pop. Got a Glock, semi-tuck, target it quiet, hold them steady, she's ready. How many niggas nightmares like I'm ready? Till they realize this is real life, and I cut the desi. I'm locking loaded, strap over the chest like a rock and rolling. You won't stop, I can't stop going. I'm the next to blow, watch the 6 foot flow. Next time you see me at the shoe, holla out, block go. O-H-I-O, let's go. O-H-I-O-H-I-O-O-H-I-O. Let go, baby.
I'm gonna tell you something. I bet I never hear that you got problems with your body. You don't like the way you look. You look in the mirror lately? Do you know how beautiful that you are? If you don't like the way you feel, come to the gym with me and work out. I never hear that you got problems with your body. Surgery, all the other nonsense. You look in the mirror lately? See, those ain't stress marks, baby. Those are. I love the sight of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I want to kiss on your beauty marks. So splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks, you got them stretch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Don't you change the way the good Lord made you. The marks of yours are justification of your journey, your trials and tribulations like childbirth and recent weight loss. No matter how hard you pay the cost, if you don't like what you see in the mirror, I'ma make it more simple, more plain and clearer. Them lines on your body, extended beauty. Quite honestly, I turn on the side of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. So splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks, you got them stretch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Don't you change the way the good Lord made you. Been busting your tail every week at the gym. Somehow you still can't get rid of them. Beauty marks are a part of your territory. They telling such amazing story. Don't you be negative, baby, be proud. Cause in your cutest outfit, we all singing rhyme. Don't stop us wanting you, won't change a thing. Girl, you still got it, your beauty still inside of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. So splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks, you got them stretch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Don't you change the way the good Lord made you. There ain't nothing wrong with your body. Oh, still want you in my life. And you so unique every day. Look at here, sweetheart. We ain't through yet. Hold up. Thick girls all across the globe. 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 I love the sight of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. It's so splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks, we call them scratch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Let this remix simmer down in you. This is for the big girls all across the globe. My love for you go deeper to the core of my soul. I would kick some game, but it's already told, already been sold. All the pick of mine, you know, so I'm here to love you and make you feel good about you and your body, and we dump the wheel. Barrel of nonsense and depression. Your body final exam, and I'm an ace of the side of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. It's so splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks. You call them scratching marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Let this remix simmer down in you. One look in your eyes were beautiful than the blue skies in this world of hell. You're the angel in disguise. You're doing the most for me, got my back, took me by surprise, got me something that I never do compromise. But when you take off your regular clothes and you slip on that lingerie robe, then I see the beauty lines, about to lose my mind after one and done. Georgia Pine to your spine. Your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. It's so splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks. You call them scratching marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Let this remix simmer down in you. Thick girls all across the globe. Thick girls all across the globe. Thick girls all across the globe. Thick girls all across the globe.
Tower on the beat. Yasmin. So you just think I'ma be cool, just fucking? Wanna express to you how you the man I'm loving? My friends be telling me like, Yasmin, girl, you bugging. I brush it off and I just treat it like it's nothing. Man, I'm playing myself. This shit no good for my health. I know that you don't want this, cause love for you don't exist. And I be trying, my heart be crying, cause all the love I got for you, you be denying. Una negrita, chocolatita. Tú te enamoras cuando ella da la vista. Que necesita una loquita, que da los buenos y es bien apretadita. Coquetita, masoquista, que con el corazón a ti te quita. Cinturita, pequeñita, con su sexualidad sí te excita. It started off with drinks at the club. Was dancing with my girls turning up. You see me and said, damn girl, what's up? I looked at you and knew you was in love, but I had a man a couple miles away. I should've stopped it when you wanted to text me the next day. Felt this connection, should've rejected. I didn't see it, shit was so undetected. And now I'm stuck in between the two. Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? He was the flyest nigga out of his crew. He was the fire nigga, head down the shoe, down the shoe, down the shoe. I'm contemplating like what to do, down the shoe, concentrating like what to do. Una negrita peligrosa, una negrita tan sabrosa, una negrita, negrita mariposa, esta negrita otra cosa. Una negrita peligrosa, una negrita, negrita rosa, una negrita maldita mariposa, esta negrita mentirosa. I cheated. I ain't really care about his feelings. I needed that sexual healing. Every girl know what they did.
Knew I had a girl and I knew you had a man, but we still take a risk. Gave me your heart and then I ran. I know you wanted to be my lady, but that wasn't in my plan. I was thinking just a nut, but you put me in a jam. I placed my heart in your hand. Took my soul. I can't let these feelings show. We can be relation goals. We can make this thing official if I let you take control. You rather place the title, I'm just saying let it flow. Where your mind at, girl? That's not where my dad, girl. Got me lovesick, shawty. To the point I earl. Can't deny all them nights we was fucking. I can't deny all them feelings that I'm tugging. Now you got me feeling this is not enough when it's you and her in this dilemma that I'm stuck in. I see your face and I get temptation. Walk away from love, got me feeling David Ruffin. Yeah, you say got me feeling right. I get that feeling like I got you on my mind and I can't sleep at night. I know you feel my pain because you feel the same. It's something about your head that keep you on my brain. It's something about them back shots make that ass pop. Got me looking at a movie on my laptop. This situation, I can't touch you when I want to touch you. You like that money I've been saving in my stash spot.
Una negrita peligrosa, una negrita, negrita rosa, una negrita maldita mariposa, esta negrita mentirosa. Una negrita peligrosa, una negrita tato sabrosa, una negrita, negrita mariposa, esta negrita otra cosa.
Shawty, this real enough. I'm tryna give you my heart. I know you've been through a lot. Tar heels, all the scars. I'm tryna cop you a drop. Fishtail off the lot. Spin them bands till you drop. Tell me you ready or not. 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 Tar heels, all the scars. I know you've been through a lot. I'm tryna give you my heart. Tell me you ready or not. I keep it real with you. You keep it real with me. Me and you together, baby, we can make history. I can tell you into me, this ain't no mystery. We can be a power couple, grow together mentally. I ain't into all the faking, hard time, stay patient. Playing cat and mouse with you, baby girl, you got me chasing. I need love, my heart feels so vacant. Any shot, no chaser, dreams of us are getting hazy. So, shawty, this real enough. I'm tryna give you my heart. I know you've been through a lot. Tar heels, all the scars. I'm tryna cop you a drop. Fishtail off the lot. Spin them bands till you drop. Tell me you ready or not. 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 Tar heels, all the scars. I know you've been through a lot. I'm tryna give you my heart. Tell me you ready or not. I'm tryna give you my heart. Tar heels, all the scars. Fishtail off the lot. Tell me you ready or not.
JK, you a fool?
Yeah, though. This one right here, man, it's for the family, man. We done been through so much shit. I done put my family through so much shit. It's a goddamn shame to tell you the truth. At the end of the day, they know where we stand, man. They know I love them. It's all real. Yeah, though. Get him, Cobb. What you know about the struggle and how to make it out? Me and my family is the struggle, boy, and make us proud. Our neighbors see us, that's them glovers, then they crack or frown. I'm on the ground so I can move my family somewhere out of town. Yeah, I love my city, but right now it ain't the place to be. I'm obligated to all minds, just touching and see. And you better be precautious if you come from me, cause Raquel, my since Latisse, some fucking bitch. When I came home, Pops blessed me with a red Benz. 5 bands, a good bag, I left and got it in. I let the whole family know that we gotta win. I'm trying to be wealthy before Everly grow up and turn 10. I told G Nasty we locked in after our first lick. We met through Darcy and been loyal every fucking since. We don't fuck around with niggas who ain't got no common sense. We go get it until the getting is good as it gets. Free Darcy, free $1, free Trump, bitch. Free Swan, free meats, it's all love, bitch. Free Honey, free Teasy, free Con. Yeah, they all my brothers and y'all always on my fucking mind. Real shit, rest in heaven, Joe Glover. TJ and Dre, I'll miss y'all like a motherfucker, yeah. Ball in heaven, JT, RJ, and my brother Flynn. This ain't the end, we ain't stopping till we win. Yeah, I'll be there, man. Family know. Just give me a call, man. I love y'all to the death. Like, nothing never change that. I love you, grandma. I love you, granddad. Rest your soul, man. Shout out to my mama. I'ma always be around because I got a message. God gon' always have my back and send me all his blessings. Almighty Uncle Eli, Joe Latif, we about to have that session. My brother's keeper, sister provider, that's without a question. Screaming, I love you to my one and only Umber C. Never got to see him, but I think I see him in my dreams. All I punish me cause I wasn't on my fucking D. But he held my mama be cancer and make me wanna see it. Me and Shate go way back, I'm talking elementary. I was pouring milk on classmates, teachers couldn't get me. I was a menace, just like Dennis in that sandbox. Wait for Sunday and take my report card out the mailbox. Andrea, Queen, Jay, Johnny, Nick, I ain't forgot. I'ma love y'all till after death, that shit'll never stop. Me, Johnny, Nick, 3 musketeers, that's what my granddad called us. If you fuck with my princesses, you gon' end up a carcass. Yeah, man, they know I'll be there. I love y'all, man. This shit crazy. I'm in this booth, man, turning up for my family. Motherfuckers chase clout, chase money, chase bitches, man. I ain't down for that, man. I'm chasing a dream, man. I'm chasing a message for my family and myself, bro. What up, Trav? I don't get what y'all niggas don't understand. Like, thank you. I ain't even about to waste my breath on y'all niggas. Damn, you know what it is. And Detroit, y'all know what it is. And you gotta turn up for my city, man. Ohio to change my life. Yeah, though. Get him, Cobb. Can't forget about my wife cause she support her man. To keep you happy, Kayla Mariah, I'll do what I can. Protect my wife at all times in this world of sin. She held a nigga down when I came home from the fucking pen. Can't forget about my wife cause she support her man. To keep you happy, Kayla Mariah, I'll do what I can. Protect my wife at all times in this world of sin. She held a nigga down when I came home from the fucking pen. Yeah, man. Detroit, I love y'all, man. Family, I love y'all. Glovers, Patrick, y'all know what it is. Oh my God. Imani, I love you. Lil' cuz. Yeah, dope. I'm out.
I say it fool like a dive on the beats.
Judgy, Acadad. Her head gang so dumb, bro, that shit don't make no sense. She got some nookies so good, you gon' wanna pay her rent. And she got a man coon, I seen the print. Big facts, I'm about to break her ass off like a kid can't cut she. Smelling real tasty, looking like a snack. Now I'm interracial dating, opposites attract. She a Cancer, I'm a Capricorn, our zodiacs a match. I'm a president and a future, ain't no need for looking back. Now we make a porno, go to sleep and wake up back up on repeat. Now this ain't a new thing, this our daily routine. Yeah, I call her wifey, now she used to be my boo. Dang, couldn't lie and love the stuff, she loyal and she like it raw. Said she can't wait to ride me like a Holly. I want me a Cardi, fuck a Barbie, yeah, a fake chick. I can get it, how to make it sting. Bet I have it running like a stream, baby. She can't wait to ride me like a Holly. I want me a Cardi, fuck a Barbie, yeah, a fake chick. I can get it, how to make it sting. Get it wet and running like a stream, baby. She can't wait to ride me like a Holly. I got me a Cardi, fuck a Barbie, yeah, a fake chick. I can get it, how to make it sting. Get it wet and running like a stream, baby. She can't wait to ride me like a Holly. I got me a Cardi, fuck a Barbie, yeah, a fake chick. I can get it, how to make it sting. Get it wet and running like a stream, baby. She shorter than me, but we see eye to eye. While y'all walk on solid ground, we walking in the sky. My judgment, you couldn't cloud mine. That's why I chose her. Now we up on cloud nine. Every day I spend with her is one hell of a blessing. She taught me how to love, I learned one hell of a lesson. I will never neglect her, I'll always respect her. I never disrespect her, I'll always be respectful. Yeah. I took your bitch quick, push it gone. Sleeping with your ex while you get your dream on. She get kinky, get on my stick like a slinky. Yeah, she get it screaming, creaming like a Twinkie. I put a twinkle in her eye, she belong in the sky. Heating up on my inside, she the flank to my back. By my side, like a host to hold my bread. Like a toaster down the ride, like a chauffeur won't go AWOL on a soldier. Please tell me why you running when I'm getting rock hard. Like you out, you serving on the block and singing cop car in the bedroom. We make noise like some rock stars. Now them white neighbors know my name like I'm a pop star. You can't wait to ride me like a Holly. I got me a Cardi, fuck a Barbie, yeah, a fake chick. I can get it, how to make it sting. Get it wet and running like a stream, baby. She can't wait to ride me like a Holly. I got me a Cardi, fuck a Barbie, yeah, a fake chick. I got me a Cardi, fuck a Barbie, I got me a Cardi, fuck a Barbie, yeah, a fake chick. Yeah, a fake chick.
Greetings, Columbus.
It's been a cold road. I try to fight with you.
Welcome back to the Buckeye Underground Show. It's your boy DJ Dre. We're gonna do one more song, and then we're gonna go all the way live. I got a special guest I want y'all to meet today.
Man, it's been a cold road. I try to fight what's deep in my soul, but the devil won't let me go. Dear God, I just wanna go home, man. Is it a cold road? I've been down on my luck for about a 10-piece. Went to prison, came home and smoked a 10-piece. Traumatic things in my life drove me sideways. Knee deep in the streets, welcome to my stage. Uncontrolled thoughts had me shooting dope and smoking. I was going through the most, but yet continued hoping that I would make it off the road of the cold streets. Now I'm kicking in the door of the industry. Linked up with Raven, now it's time for us to go Capone. Take flight and move right, my tunnel vision's on. That first shot could have been my last, but I made it through that buzz. Life had to sting my ass. Riding up and down the Ave, trying to find a way. In that white Dodge Magnum, moving pounds and yay. I see the signs today and listen for tomorrow. Speak the truth about my cold road. It's been a cold road. I try to fight what's deep in my soul, but the devil won't let me go. Dear God, I just wanna go home. Man, it's been a cold road. I try to fight what's deep in my soul, but the devil won't let me go. Dear God, I just wanna go home. Man, it's been a cold road. My whole life, the devil been on my shoulders. Was young and kinda weak, now I'm stronger and kinda older. I was born to move mountains, demolish all boulders. Now I'm in a king seat with a shirt saying I told you. Wasn't easy, had the price to pay. Deep in the hood, no water, no food stamps, but mama kept us all good. We knew stuff was messed up, but she had her no point. Taught us how to spread the distance and the value of coins. Grew up behind bars, but never been to the joint. Never had to play guard, I was trained to run point. Seeing death around the corner, had to move like a ninja. My whole life's been cold, not just in December. Ain't no snow on my block, unless it was Kane. Bad as hell growing up, always catching the blame. Had to grow up real fast, had to tie up my shoes. Never learned to play chess, but I stay making moves. I try to fight what's deep in my soul, but the devil won't let me go. Dear God, I just wanna go home. Man, it's been a cold road. I try to fight what's deep in my soul, but the devil won't let me go. Dear God, I just wanna go home. Man, it's been a cold road. I try to fight what's deep in my soul, but the devil won't let me go. Dear God, I just wanna go home. Man, it's been a cold road. I try to fight what's deep in my soul, but the devil won't let me go. Dear God, I just wanna go home. Man, it's been a cold road.
Yo, what up, what up, what up, y'all? It's DJ Dre back again on the Buckeye Underground Show. Hey, check it out, y'all. My partner, Mr. Raven Capone, is out of town this week. So, Raven, wherever you are, fuck you bald-headed bastard. You know you're supposed to be here on Tuesdays. I done told you about this shit. You leave on Wednesday, you come back on Monday. I done told you that. Don't be leaving on Sunday, coming back on Thursday. I done told you about it, but we're going to talk about it anyway. We're going to talk about that in a little while. But listen, I got a special guest today, but before I bring my guest on, I got to talk a little shit, because let me tell you what happened this weekend. First of all, we did the WTMH Music Festival show this weekend. And for those of you that came, shout out to all of you. We had some great performers on stage. The show was all the way lit. You know, yours truly, DJ Dre, you know I did my thing. But I'll admit, I did drop the ball at one point, because I got surprised by that cypher. I forgot all about it. I was totally unprepared. The beats I dropped a couple of whack beats on some of the brothers that was trying to rap, and they couldn't handle that. They was like, what the fuck? And that was on me. I admit to that, you know, because I'm big enough to admit when I fuck shit up. You know, sometimes I got to be like Ronald Reagan and put Nancy on top, because all you could do was fuck up. Sometimes it's like that, you know, but today, you know, I'm gonna apologize for that, but you know, some of the artists was like, "Fuck it, we don't care what beat you drop. I could have dropped Old McDonald and they was gonna rock hard on it anyway. And then, you know, I dropped a boom bap beat on them, you know, and everybody was like, what the hell is that? Okay, so this is what it is. See, boom bap, you know, that's old school rap music, you know, had that boom, boom, bap, the boom, boom, bap. See, y'all don't know about that because y'all be listening to a lot of beats that folks made in their basement or in the garage or whatever. It ain't nothing wrong with that because I'm gonna tell you, I enjoy them. But that boom bap was, you know, those are break beats that you just bring from old cuts, old records. You just bring that little bit of that song back and just play that over and over. You loop it, you scratch it, you mix it, and you make a whole record out of it. So, you know, some folks can rock with it, some can't. What up, Big? What's up, Big Bill? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. And those of you that don't know, Bill is my neighbor, and he's the neighbor that makes all the other dads on the block look bad. You know, Bill is that dude. Every day you see him, he come home from work. He don't even get out his work clothes some days, and he's fixing somebody's car, you know, cutting down trees, you know, rebuilding some houses. You know, he that dude. And me, I just be standing in the driveway sipping on Gatorade like, damn, Bill, you's a hard working motherfucker, ain't you? You know? I'm serious. I ain't gonna lie. He be making the rest of the dads in the neighborhood look bad. But Bill, let me tell you, we appreciate you. He's one of the best kind of neighbor to have, especially when I'm a DJ and he live next door. Because every now and then I pull out something new and I gotta play it because, you know, that's what I do. And it'll be loud as hell. And he don't complain, don't call the police. What he do is send his kids over and say, hey, ask Dre to drop some James Brown for me. So he send over requests. So I love my neighbors. You know, some folks have them neighbors they can't stand. They got a war with them. I don't have those issues. I have great neighbors. My neighbor on one side is Big Bill. My neighbor on the other side, she deaf. So she can't hear me anyway, no matter what I do. So it's all good. So nobody calls the police when I'm turned up at 2 a.m. just because I felt like it on a Wednesday. So I have great neighbors. Because my wife told me one day, she said, I could hear that when I turned the corner and I had my car stereo on. And I was like, oh, okay. And
you like it?
I was like, was I rocking? Say the name and ask if you could look me in the face. Oh, what's up, Chris Style? Hey, you know, Chris Style was working hard this weekend. She did an entrepreneurs workshop. I didn't get to attend because I was, you know, out rocking somewhere else. And Amy said, say the name and ask if you could look her in the eye. And look her in the face, LOL. Well, it's hard looking you in the face. Not that you got a hard looking face, Amy. But you know why. I ain't got to say it. Boobies. I like boobies. Okay. Anyway. All right. This is why I have problems I have, because I don't know how to shut up when I should shut up. I really don't. Sometimes I just, oh, and I got to give it up. Shout out to the lady that showed up in the white outfit with all her fupa out. Oh, my God. I had to sit down so I could see it. I'm telling you. What's up, Niecy? Thank you for tuning in. What's up, Michelle? You know, I'm not going to say which Michelle you are because, you know, some folks would be upset if they know, you know, because you work so hard in the community. I can't blow you up. That's why I can only use your first name. But, you know, I appreciate all the stuff you do. And you know what? We had a great time when I did your party. Your party was lit. Your family is something else. They're a lot of fun. You know, a lot of fun. Y'all know I'm a DJ. Everybody knows I'm a DJ. I actually get out and play a little bit sometime. This past weekend, we had the WTMH Music Festival on our way to the second annual WTMH Radio Music Awards show. And this year, we got a special host for you. See, this year, we're going to be hosted by Mr. Jack Shepard. For those of you that don't know him, look him up. He's got a lot of movie creds, and he's a local guy. He right from here in Columbus, Ohio, and he does not have the big head. He's one of those good guys that, you know, remains humble. Jack is a good guy. He's a radio show host himself. He also is a movie star, been in multiple movies. You know, and he's one of the funniest people you ever want to meet. I can't share some of the stories he's shared with me because, you know, those were things that he didn't say on stage, but they was funny. And we're gonna have our DJ for our second annual WTMH Radio Music Award show. It's not me. It's not me this year. I did last year, but you know, we got more than one DJ here at WTMH. So this year it's going to be your auntie's favorite DJ, DJ Lane Love, is going to be on the ones and twos, rocking the show out. So make sure that right now you go to the WTMH Radio Music Awards show. I forgot what the exact link is, but if you go to any of our Facebook pages, you'll find the link. What's up, Steve? If you go to any of our Facebook pages, you'll find the link, and it'll take you to where you can nominate underground and independent artists for the plethora of categories, including Model of the Year, Designer, Best New Artist, Best Song, Best Collab, Best Album, Best Underground Mixtape. All of that stuff is in there. You know, Best Radio, Underground Radio Show. It's the fucking Buckeye Underground Show, all right? Don't forget it. Best radio show host. Excuse me. Again, that would be me, DJ Dre. Make sure you spell it right. It's DJDRE. All right, I had to say that for the dyslexic folk. Don't laugh because I'm one of them. But anyway, I know I'm starting off the show kind of crazy today, but listen, it's been so much going on, so much work being put in these last as we just got our summer kicked off. I got to give a special shout out to my man Money over at Deals on Wheels Car Sales, because Money hooked your boy up. You know, I needed a little something to get me out of my van. You know, because I drive. You know, it's sad when your good car is a minivan too. It's sad. You know, and I say that my wife gonna be offended. She like, I just ain't nothing about my minivan. Look, my wife got one of the dopest minivans on the market. You know, you get, you know, it's a couple of brands of minivan, and you get a minivan, and it's laid out better than some Cadillacs, and it really is. But it's still a minivan. You know, and if anybody know me, my minivan is like a work truck. I use it like crazy. It carries me, my kids, bicycles. It's always full of junk. Every day I say I need to clean this thing out, but I never do. It's always empty soda bottles and water bottles floating around. You be driving, you hit a bump hard, something rolls out from under the seat. I abuse my van. I admit it, but it keeps going and it keeps me working. But sometimes you just need a little something other than that van to be in. So my man Money over at Deals on Wheels over on Westerville Road in Columbus, Ohio, he hooked your boy up with a nice little something, little something fun that I could drive sideways down the freeway, you know. And my neighbor across the street, his wife called it the Hoochie Mobile. She said, that's a Hoochie car. Everywhere you go, some Hoochie gonna be getting in it. Well, that's not gonna happen because there's never room in my car. When I get in my car, I have all kind of shit in the passenger seat. Ain't nobody getting in my car but me. Occasionally, my wife might get in it, and that's occasionally, you know. And I don't even know if I want her driving it because she hit too many curbs and shit. That should be driving me crazy. She forever hitting the curb. How you hit the curb with the damn back wheel every goddamn time you make a right turn? It drives me crazy. Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop. I love you, baby. I love you. Okay. Anyway. All right. See, I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Now listen, I got a special guest today. This brother I just met over the weekend. He's a deep brother. And y'all know sometimes I get a little deep on the show. I talk about history because some of y'all don't know because, you know, they don't teach history in our school systems anymore. I don't think they ever did. In our school systems, they teach mythology. They do not teach history. And I say mythology because what we learn in school is not truly what happens, what really happened in the U.S. We get this what's the word? Whitewash. That's it. We get this whitewashed, watered down story of what happened that made America. And then we get, you know, stuff like, what up? Oh, what's up? What's up? Well, hey, what's up, DJ Case? What's up, Brother Barry? We get this watered down version of history, whitewashed history. It's truly mythology. When they say history, it's not the true story. It's his story. It's the story that he want to tell you. If you really want to learn American history, and I say this for everybody, not just black folks, and not, you know, you have to take in school. You have to demand that these courses, you have to take these as electives. You have to take Latino studies. You have to take African American history. You have to take world history. You have to take African literature. You have to take Latino literature. You have to take these courses in order to truly get a better picture of what made America. And folks don't truly understand it, but a lot of folks don't get it, and they say, well, what they told us was the truth, and it was real, and that was it. We're gonna make America great again. America has never been great. We are striving to be great, but we have yet to reach that plateau. We set on a pedestal that we are the greatest nation in the world, when the truth is we're one of the most barbaric. We can see that every day playing out in current time. Joe, we're gonna be talking about some history today, so stay tuned. We can see that playing out every day right now in our current situation at the border of the United States with these concentration camps that they're putting our Latino brothers and sisters in. Because understand something, Latin Americans, the so-called Latin Americans, they're an amalgamation of us and the natives. Africans and Native Americans are these brown people that we keeping out of America. If you travel a little bit, you'll find this out. If you go to Mexico right now, there's places in Mexico where everybody is black. They're not indigenous to that land. How did they get there? The slave trade. Some of them were escaped slaves that started their own little city in Mexico. True history, go back and look. Please don't just take my word. Please read. But these folks, oh, thank you, Diane. She said, come on out with it. These folks are us. And we sit here and we look at what's happening to our brothers and sisters. Understand something, where one person is oppressed, all are. We cannot truly be free until all people are free. We got this orange menace in the White House, and his policies are that of cruelty and barbarity. I know I get on my high horse, so sometimes I can't help myself. I start off funny, and then I tell y'all the truth. This is what happens. This is what I do. If you don't like it, fuck you. Salt to it. And anybody, before I forget, fuck Trump. Fuck him with a dog dick, okay? Because that's what he deserves. Yes, I'm harsh. I know.
No, I love it.
I don't like that guy.
You tell him the truth.
He's people are not supposed to be orange. He looks like a giant Oompa Loompa. How do you get to be that color? I mean, you cannot eat that many oranges. Oh, Raven, you watching? About time, you bald-headed. Some of them. Okay, anytime. Anyway, listen. You know I miss you down here at the station. You should have been here. I talked about you earlier. I know you probably heard what I said. You know you're supposed to leave on Tuesday nights, Wednesday mornings, be back on Monday. I told you this, man. We're gonna talk about this again. Being out of town. I'm glad you're doing it though, because he's right now out of town expanding the brand. So it's wonderful, because I ever tell you, last time I left Ohio, it wasn't even the last time, but when I was in New Orleans, I'm walking down the street with my little brother, and somebody goes, man, I know you. And I'm like, okay, because I don't know how to take that. I done did a lot of things I shouldn't have did. It might be somebody want to kick my ass. I don't know. Right. And at this point in my life, I'm too old to fight and too slow to run. So, so I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. But, hey, thank you. Thank you saying fuck Trump, period. I like that. But anyway.
I got something for him.
But anyway, oh, shit, I never logged into mine. Oh, I forgot. Jasmine shared my show. Thank you, Jasmine, for sharing the Buckeye Underground show. I love you too. Anyway, when I was down there, dude kept saying he knew me, and I was like, no, I don't. And we left this dude. I was like, all right, see you later, dude. And I walked away. About 20 minutes, half hour later, he catches me when I'm coming out of the pizza joint with my brother, and he goes, man, I know you. You do that show with the bald-headed dude. Y'all two are fucking crazy. He said, man, y'all look crazy. I was like, oh, okay, you're a fan? He said, man, I always listen and watch your show. I was like, awesome, thank you. And I said, well, is there something I could do? He said, yeah, take a picture with me. He took the picture, and I told him, share it, put my name on it. That motherfucker never tagged me. Fuck him.
What a story that is.
He never tagged me. He supposed to tag me when you take my picture. What's up, Goldie? How you doing, brother? You know, damn. But anyway, before I'm about to introduce my special guest, because I know I talk a lot of shit, but I got a special guest that's gonna talk some shit, almost as much shit as me. Hi, Aunt Donna. See, my auntie, one of my aunties is on here too.
I heard that.
You know, so I guess I gotta behave. Nah, she know me better than that. So why should I do that? That would be contrary to who I am. So I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna tell y'all what it is. Hey, Goldie, I appreciate you, brother. Keep on, you know, Goldie is my friend. He's been my friend for a long time. He's a firefighter, you know. So shout out to all the firefighters, or as I like to call y'all, the rescue rangers, because, you know, y'all some bad motherfuckers. Y'all run into the fire. I ain't running into no fire. Some shit blowing up, I'm going the other way. I will not be there. Y'all rescue rangers are some brave motherfuckers. And look, and by the way, shout out to Columbus Bravest, because we just got over the 4th of July, so I got to talk about that too. You know, up here on the north end of Columbus, they have the Northland Parade on the actual 4th of July. And this year, I was blessed to be a part of that. You know, shout out to the Northland, it's the NCC. I can't even remember what it stands for, but it's the business leaders of the Northland area. So shout out to them for reaching out to DJ Dre to have me come and play some music and host part of the parade. I truly appreciate that. It was a good time for me. I hope everybody that got a chance to listen to me had fun too. But you know, while during the parade, the police came through. They got a little bit of applause. They were like, yeah, we like some of y'all, but that one dude punched that dude in the face. We ain't too happy about that, you know. So they wasn't too happy about that, but they were still cool. But when the fire department came through, the whole street erupted. It was absolutely crazy. And so, you know, I got a microphone. You know, I can say whatever I want. Nobody can stop me. Number one reason is because I own the damn microphone. You can't make me not use my stuff.
That's right.
So when the fire department came through, and I said, you know what, I'm giving you all a new nickname. You all are from now on the Rescue Rangers. I said, put your capes on because they're our personal superheroes. And the fireman came up and jumped up and gave me a high five as I stood on the parade stand. He's like, I like that. We're gonna be Rescue Rangers. So my wife always tells me, don't call them Rescue Rangers. That's disrespectful. I say, why? They superheroes. You know, I love the fire department. You know, I couldn't be a fireman because I just think got that in my heart. And some people I don't like, I would see their stuff and I'd be like, well, fuck you, let it burn. Because that's me. But for y'all, you know, that's not the case. So I truly appreciate what you do. Keep on doing what you're doing. Somebody got to do it. It's a rough job and I can't do it. So you keep doing it. I appreciate that. You know, and, you know, I got to give a special shout out to the president of the Forest Park Civic Association. That's a lot to say, isn't it?
Forest Park Civic Association.
Forest Park Civic Association. Mr. Felix Quachi. He hosted the Forest Park Block Party. And unfortunately, Forest Park East lost the tug of war again to Forest Park West. I think they had some ringers on the west side. You know, they had all those grown men. And on the east side, we had old people and babies. So, you know, y'all knock people's grandmas down. Y'all ought to be ashamed. They ought to be ashamed for knocking down people's grandmas. That wasn't nice. Bullies. But so shout out to you, Felix. We appreciate all the work you do in our area. Keep it up. You know, and Felix is a neighbor. I actually live in Forest Park. That's the part of Columbus I live in. So, you know, I'm a little bit, what's the word? Biased. That's it. I'm a little bit biased as to, you know, my part of the city being the best. Although y'all all know I still got much love for the West Side. Lived on the West Side for 17 years. Loved it. Had some of the best neighbors in the world when I lived out West. Met some of the greatest people. But since I can't live out West, I'm glad I live where I live now. Because I can't live out West no more. I wanted to stay, but, you know, family. So I had to come on north. But since I'm here, I'm enjoying my little corner of the city. I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody, y'all, everybody knows I'm from New Jersey, grew up, born and raised, did all my dirt there and came here and fell in love with this city, and I'm not going back. I'll visit, but I ain't gonna live there. Can't do it. I'm in Jersey. When I'm in New Jersey, it's like fish. You know how fish is. If you get fish and you have that fish for 3 days and it just lay around, after 3 days, it starts to stink. And that's how I feel. I'm in Jersey for 3 days and I start getting angry. And, and like my man Bill Bixby said, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. So I don't like to see that dude. So that's why I live in this city, because I don't have to be that dude no more. Here I could be a totally different person. I could be nice and mellow. All right. I'm not mellow. I'm an asshole. I admit it. But hi, Sheila. I see you, Sheila. All right. I had to say hi to Sheila, because if I don't say hi to Sheila, I have to say it very loud. She calls me immediately following the show and goes off. Why didn't you say hello? I said hello.
And I do too. Hello, Sheila.
All right. You hear that, church lady? All right. I'm gonna introduce my guest, because I've talked enough shit, but I'm gonna introduce my guest. And again, I met this brother over the weekend, because I'm out and about and all over the city. And I met this brother over the weekend, and I thought he was really, really, really deep. And we connected on a level where I said, you know what, I gotta have this brother come into my show, because he reminded me of them OGs from the neighborhood that I grew up with, them brothers that gave me some of this vision that I currently have, that I try to share with the rest of the world. When I tell you, read some history, learn something. Don't believe all the bullshit they tell you in the books. And definitely don't believe the bullshit that's on TV, because, that's all propaganda. And I'm not saying that because, I'm a conspiracy theorist or nothing like that. It's just true, And like I said before, I'm never going to apologize for the truth. Like it, hate it, and still don't change it. It's still the truth, I don't lie because, number one, I got a bad memory. And if I told you a lie today, I won't remember it tomorrow. And you're going to say, that's a lying ass motherfucker after a day or two. So it don't make sense for me to do that. And number two reason I don't lie is because I don't sleep with you. So I got no reason to be afraid of anything you got to say. Ain't nothing you can do. Somebody told me a long time ago, there's only two people you got to lie to. I was like, who's that? They said the person that signed your paycheck and the one you sleep with. Only person that signed my checks is me. Remember what I said, always rep your brand. It's the only brand that pays me. Calvin Klein ain't no friend of mine. But anyway, let me introduce my friend to you. My friend right here, this is Big Mike that I met over the weekend. And I feel like I've known this brother for years just from talking with him, in the times that I've talked with him. Oh, what's up, sis? My little sister's text messaging me from Virginia. I'll be down there shortly just to soak up some of that sunshine. Good Lord, they got a lot of sun.
I love Virginia.
You know what? I love some of the people in Virginia. I don't say I love Virginia. What I don't love about Virginia is the police. Oh, yeah. The police in Virginia, probably the worst police in America. It's hard to be black and drive a car in Virginia. It's hard to be black and do anything in Virginia. It really is. I don't understand. Last time I was there for 5 days, and this one little strip of road had about 30 cops on it, and they was pulling over everything. If you was in a car, you look like you was under 30 and you was black, you was getting pulled over. Yeah. It was crazy. I was like, I see why brothers ride around with their windows tinted dark as all get out and never put them down.
Right. No question.
Because that's the only way to get through without being stopped. It's ridiculous. Anyway, back to my guest. I'm bringing on Big Mike. Mike, say something to the people.
Hello, Columbus. It's a pleasure being here. Like he said, this is a wonderful city. I'm glad to meet the people I'm meeting. But I'm coming here today to expand on some black love, because that's what we need throughout this country. So when I get a chance to speak, I'm going to let you know the great people we come from. And if you dark like me, and you got that melanin in your skin, you put your chest out, because it's time to tell you what we really about. Don't believe the hype. We ain't the worst people. We the first people. God made us first. We were designed to wind up last. So everything that's in my spirit to tell you about the great people you come from. and for us to embrace the indomitable spirit of our ancestors. It was once said by a great man, and he said this, and it touched my heart, as the Honorable Marcus Garvey. If we knew the greatness from which we come, we'd be less likely to disrespect ourselves. See, and so we have to recognize that things that we are doing is a slap in the face to our ancestors. Our ancestors died so you would be called or treated like a nigga. You think it's cool to call yourself a nigga. But see, that's what white folks, they dig what's work. See, the one that say nigga the loudest, the one that disrespect his woman the most, the one that promote drug abuse and use, that's our star. And you call yourself that dude. You a bigger Southern Tootsie Roll. Now, I'm not here to hurt nobody, but I'm going to share this first thing so that you know what I do. You're going to hear spoken word like you never heard. And they call me the truth. And the truth of the matter is that God loves us all. And he told me to tell all y'all. So we about to write new Black history. And our book's going to change from this tragedy into a love story. Because in the last chapter, we will recapture our true heritage and glory. Our tragedy started many, many years before. It first started with our capture, and then came some more, with that horrific boat ride to America's shores. For we had never seen such meaning hateful human beings. We were stripped of all dignity and showed no compassion or humanity, and made the toil in America's soil for free. And the horses and the chickens were treated better than you and me. And after they worked us to the bone for hundreds of years, somebody finally said we was free. And we were. And nobody ever paid us for slavery. And this land has always been tragic for the Black man. But now it's tragic you and I will make our own mothers cry. We're killing and treat each other bad, not worse, to be treated during slavery. And now, today, brothers do the work of the KKK. For the new Black history must stop this by any means necessary today. And new Black history means we'll get back to our roots and pray. New Black history never forget our pain on them slave ships, or the pain of our mothers crying because their sons and daughters are dying. That was our pain, our misery, and our history. But now it's time for us to get right with God and write new Black history. Hotep Columbus, Mike Dick's in the house, and I'll be back again because I met some real people here, man. It's people who are doing the things we got to do. God has given us gifts, well, it's time for us to unite. We should never expect anybody else to treat us better than we treat ourselves. So I hope that you can receive the things that I'm saying. I hope that it helps so we can bring brotherhood to the neighborhood, and we all feeling real good about what we do. And we need you, brother. You got to be the Black man that you're supposed to be. But so many brothers don't know that they were designed for this, because an African man humbly takes pride in his innate ability to share, care, protect, and provide. We were a humble, loving, trustful, and peaceful people. However, we had a strong army. Since our history was stripped, hidden, and rewritten, and we forbidden to take charge, our principal purpose was lost. It's again time to stand in the gap. People being vilified, ostracized, unjustly incarcerated, shot, and attacked. But God will exalt an army of Black men. All of these atrocities, but we are brothers keepers. More importantly, we the infantry for Jesus Christ, the creator and sustainer of life. Amen. Now I put those things in, everything that I write, the creator's in it. I want you to know that God is in you because there's goodness in you. We've been tricked to see all bad about our own people. But let me tell you, boy, nobody has endured the wicked wrath of America's past like the Black man has.
True. That's
Nobody has felt the stinging of whips while being stolen and taken to the halls, overcrowded, disease-infested cargo ships. Nobody has been told their life here in America means nothing to them, and theirs they don't own. Nobody has given more but been given less. And nobody has at any time given our people one thin dime for the horrors of slavery yet. And though no one has said nothing, it's something we shall never forget. Nobody has.
Amen. Listen, now you understand why I talked to this brother. When I met this brother and he dropped just a couple of lines on me, I was like, he remind me of these cats I grew up with. When I grew up back in the day, see, some of y'all make fun, we got a running gag on the show, Dre so old, like somebody said, Dre so old that he went to school with the Flintstones. Another one was Dre so old, he rode to school on a dinosaur. Another one, somebody told me one time, Dre so old that his birthday fell off the calendar. Well, you know what? I accept all of that because you know what that means? That means that I'm still here. I am a hip hop original. I was a kid that took the train to go see Kool Herc rock in the park in the Bronx. And I was 12 years old. And for those of you that don't know who Kool Herc is, he's the father of modern hip hop. He's the father of hip hop, period. You know, I saw Kool Herc, DJ Hollywood, Grandmaster Flash, Grandmaster Caz. I've been in the Fever. I don't even know if the Fever's still open. I think they closed that joint a long time ago, but I was there because I got there before they start carding folks. I got there before, you know, early enough and sat in the corner in the back. So when the show started, I was in the building before they started carding. I'm telling you, I've been there. I am a hip hop original. See, so folks say that, you know, that I'm new to this. I ain't new to this, baby. I'm true to this. Hip hop is in my soul. It's not just music. It's the whole culture. And that's why I get so offended when it's disrespected by a lot of these culture vultures. And I'm not talking about the people of the other skin tones. I'm talking about some of our own who walk around here with that mumbling shit, don't have nothing to say, but want to talk, call a mama a bitch. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that. So I think we need to bring back where you call a fellow black man your brother. Stop calling him a nigga. I think you need to stop calling our women bitches and call them queens and sisters, because I'm not down with that. Because you can't call my mother a bitch and then walk past me. That's not going to happen. Somebody say something like that to my mama, well, let's just say this. That's why I got kicked out of high school. Somebody said something like that to my mama. All right. So I'm just telling you, I'm not really down with it. You know, sometimes it's catchy. It's a catchy hook, you know, on the song. But you know what? For me and you as brothers and sisters, it's a catchy hook. We get it. You know, some of us do, you know, that it's just a line. But when folks start thinking that that's the way to address you, that's an issue. That's a problem. You know, on my last actual job, when I had a job working for somebody else, okay, this music playing on the second floor. Okay, it's loud. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's not in the studio. But I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I can hear it. But the last time I actually had a job where somebody else paid me with a paycheck, you know, they was kind of disrespectful. You know, this boss, you know, they wasn't a boss, they was a lead. They came to me and want to talk to me all kind of crazy, you know? And, you know, and it wasn't so much what they said, it was how they said it. So when they talked to me crazy, I looked at them. Yeah, and I walked off. And then a little bit later, you know, the person that was over them came to me and said, I'm Andre. Because they used my full name. They ain't call me Dre. I'm Andre. Excuse me. I'm Andre. They said, so-and-so said that when they ask you to do your job, you just walk away from them and you don't even acknowledge them. And you don't even, when you come in the mornings, you don't even say hello to them. And, you know, that we can't have that kind of thing around here. We're a team and everybody has to. I was like, hold up. Let me tell you something. You know, because I don't say a lot when I'm at work in their world. I don't. Because that's not what I'm there for. I'm not there to be your friend. What I said to him was, listen, your person is disrespectful. I don't do disrespectful. I treat everyone with respect. Whether you like what I say or not, I don't disrespect you when I say it. So here's what the deal is. If that person needs to talk to me, they need to be more mindful of how they talk to me. I'm a grown-ass man. I've been paying taxes since I was 16 years old. I'm a veteran of the United States Armed Forces, and I'm a veteran of the streets as well. Don't come to me with no foolishness. Exactly. I said, so you co-signing their bullshit. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not here for that. Now, if I say something to this person, it's going to be ugly. they're probably gonna have their feelings hurt. They're probably gonna swing on me. And it's gonna be a whole situation, and it's gonna involve the police and a SWAT team. I don't think you want to do that, do you?
No.
So you go talk to your people, and I'm gonna go do what I do. And if that's not good enough for you, then fire me. I'm not afraid. Just like I found this one, I'll find another one. This ain't the only place in the world. Y'all know that, right? And see, when you tell them that, they get a little nervous. Like, wait a minute, this Negro knows he can get another job. How dare he? Well, see, I don't have a criminal record. Because how my man said, well, I got friends in low places. Well, those low places are government. I don't have a criminal record, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm almost free. Notice I said almost. There ain't nobody in America really free. Nobody. You know, especially my people. We only been free-ish since 1865. So, you know, although I did participate in 4th of July, thank you for everybody who paid me. I appreciate that. My family really needs money. You know, it was the founding date of this country. And I have mixed feelings about the 4th of July. Because, you know, as an American, you know, I get tired of these people saying, well, I'm a patriot. I got an AK-15 sitting in my garage and a pickup truck with a big American flag. So what? It's a Toyota. It was made in Japan. That's Japanese. No, that's a Toyota. They got a Toyota pickup truck and a Chinese-made weapon, and they think that makes them a patriot. I tell you like this: wear the uniform, punk. I wore the uniform. Did you? If you ain't wear the uniform, you can't say shit to me. And I'll stand up and fight for anybody's right to do whatever the fuck they want. Because if we supposed to be free, that means ain't nobody supposed to be in your damn business. That means that LGBTQIA, notice I'm getting better at learning all of the letters that go with that. I've been educated. I love my people. Thank you for teaching me stuff. I stand up for every one of them. You know why? Because all they want is their life. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. They pursuing their happiness. Leave them the fuck alone. You know what? Those Latino people that's trying to cross the border, what are they? Give me you're tired, you're hungry, your huddled masses yearning to be free. They trying to be free. They trying to escape poverty. They trying to escape persecution. They're trying to escape all of these ills in the world that a lot have been perpetrated by the United States. A lot of the things they escaping is made by us. You know, the drug wars that are going on in South America. Well, that's those drug wars. They're going on there, and it's their fault. No, it's not. It's our fault. Nobody don't take them drugs but Americans. We the ones, we do more cocaine in America than anywhere else in the world. If we didn't buy it, they would have no need to produce it. Stop with the dumb shit. Understand where this stuff comes from. I'm sorry. Today I was supposed to be funny. I can't help myself today. I'm on a rant. And it's going to last the whole show. Mike.
You know, I like to piggyback on something you said, and it hit my heart in a great, powerful way that you denounced this chump, Donald Trump. Because, first of all, with his ignorance and arrogance and egotistical ways, I mean, America's in a bad place because he's not someone you really want to project for your child to be like.
Not at all.
But since he's using them buzzwords, and it's not a dog whistle, it's a bullhorn. And like you said, it's all predicated against black folks. So two of the things, well, actually, I'm in the process now and putting together a new CD. It's called Message from a Black Man. And with that on this CD, I'm looking, matter of fact, while I'm here in Columbus, I'm looking for the young brothers who put the beats, because the poetry is one thing, but the visualization as well as the beats, the music, when you pop in your head, let me put something in it. Let me like expose to you and expound to you what's actually happening, what's going on. And when someone puts it there, then you know be in that spot again. So one of the things that I tried to express right away, I asked people, I said, anybody have any idea what the date? I'm gonna ask you, Dre, and you very heavy. the date August 29th. If I get, in fact, you so heavy, I'm gonna give you the date. Because I want, it's not like a question, but I want us to remember these things. The date August 29th, 2005. Did that remind you anything?
2005.
August 29th, 2005. It ain't no thing, so I'm gonna get it right away. So I want to
please go and give it to me because I'm terrible with
that is the anniversary of Katrina, and the Spirit put into me to let our people know poetically that what was, if you had been down there, like when you say you were New Orleans, if that had happened then, you would have been on there talking about help.
Yeah,
this didn't happen in a foreign country. This was America, but being the fact they was black, this is what they endured. I'm going to show you Katrina
made those folks refugees in our own land.
There you go.
How could you be? You can't be a refugee in your own country.
Yes.
In your country, you're a citizen. Period.
There you go.
But yet they can call our people refugees, and our. You know how many people from since 2005, since that tragedy of Katrina, they live here. There's a bunch of them I know live here in Columbus. You know, and there's some. I don't know. I said it before on my show. I've been all over the South, but this year was the first time I was ever in Louisiana. Right? I've been to Alabama. I've been right next door. I've been to Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, West Virginia, both North and South Carolina. I ain't go to Texas yet either, but that was the first time I was in Louisiana. And everywhere I went in the South, I was treated with hospitality, with great hospitality. I mean, it was wonderful. When they say Southern hospitality, I always thought it was wonderful everywhere I went until I went to Louisiana. I went to Louisiana, and it's a whole different animal. Southern hospitality, I thought I knew it until I got to Louisiana. Oh my God. I had to tell all my friends from everywhere else, y'all got to step your game up because Louisiana, oh my God. I don't see how anybody lives in Louisiana and it's not 800 pounds. Because everywhere I went, people didn't even know me, offered me food. And some of them spoke with that Cajun accent. I cannot do it. I can do a lot of different accents. I can't do Cajun. I don't even try it because it's disrespectful the way I do it. But they hit me with that Cajun accent, and they had some of the prettiest women. Okay, honey, I still love you, but them women was pretty. Them women was pretty, and everywhere I went, they kept telling me, "You so skinny, let us feed you." I'm like, skinny? I'm losing weight. I'm trying to get down to where I could get into some. Look, I got clothes in my closet that I still can't fit. I want to be able to wear that FUBU that I bought in 1992. I really do. I still got it. Don't make fun of me. And Goldie, you are actually right. Thank you, Goldie. Thank you again for fuck Trump. And thank you for knowing that he said they want freedom and escape shit made by our government. And that's the exact truth. Because our war on drugs, it was our way of exporting terrorism to other countries. All right, backed up by our U.S. government. Don't forget, what was it, Iran-Contra? And like I said, I have mixed feelings when it comes to 4th of July. Number one, I'm an American. This is the land of my forefathers. This is where I was born. You know, I come from a strong military tradition. You know, my grandfather was Navy Shore Patrol during World War II, and the only people he could arrest was other black people. I know that. You know, and the only reason he was Shore Patrol, because everybody knows I'm tall. I'm 6'4", but my grandfather was 6'7". You know, he was 6'7", 200 and a lot of pounds, close to 3. You know, he was a big black dude with a bald head, the deep voice, and a sweet smile. He was Superman and Santa Claus all rolled into one. Anybody that don't know why I say that's because, you know, my grandfather loved me. I'm grandson number 1. Maybe that's why I'm spoiled as fuck. It's true. But, you know, my grandfather was Navy. I got uncles that were Marine Corps. My one uncle was Marine Corps Recon. For those of you that don't know, that's Special Forces. He served during Vietnam. He came back, missing some of his body parts, but he still came back with his brain. You know, I got other uncles that served during Vietnam as well, and during the Korean War. And you know, I got one of my uncles served during World War II in France. And he spoke fluent French. And, you know, he used to tease me all the time because my name is French. And he would always speak French to me. And he would, you know, and I didn't understand what the hell he was saying. And he would just laugh. But he wouldn't teach me, though. He said, if I teach you this, you'll get all the girls. I said, and the problem with that is, he said, you're already tall. You don't need everything. Because I ain't got no game. I have no game. I'm that dude. I've never gotten a woman because I had game. You know, other dudes, I see him, hey, girl, and I can't do that. I ain't got that in me. I seen dudes, you know, get women because, you know, they could type real good, say something real smooth online. I've never been that guy. I'm the guy that always made them laugh till their panties fell off. Ooh, I don't know how that happened. That's the way I got women. I don't have no game at all. You know, I'm just tall. I walked in. I remember one time, honey, forgive me for this, but I remember one time I walked into a place and I just walked in and I saw this girl. I thought to myself, wow, she's cute. And I walked on by. So, you know, I sent her a drink later in the night and I walked back and I just said hi. I just wanted to say hi. And I left. At the end of the night, she was looking for me. And my boy said, how you do that? I was like, I'm tall. All these other dudes are short as fuck. I'm this big. They that big. You know who you want to be with. The little dude or the big dude with the afro.
And a drink.
Oh, yeah, and a drink. It was a drink, too. I forgot, you know. It was only one drink, though. It wasn't like I got a drunk, you know.
It was the classy way you did it. You didn't go to a press upon her. It was nice you had a drink, plus you dark and handsome. Come on, brother, you got it all.
Well, I appreciate you saying that because, you know, there's still girls out there that say, oh, Dre, he funny looking. There's still girls right now call me Froggy.
But they trying to leap on you. Though.
No, they ain't. They call me Froggy. They used to tease me, call me all kind of names in school. And now them same women, when I see them now, they divorced and old. You know, they be looking at me like, oh, you still look the same. And I'd be like, and you don't? What the fuck happened to you? You fell down a tree and hit every ugly stick on the way. What happened? Okay, I know I'm not right. Bad me. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Well, that's cool. But what I was trying, when to start when I asked about Katrina, you know, the spirit led me to write something poetically and truth, because I get them the truth. And we got short memories of people. Things happen to us. It's almost 15 years that happened in 2005. Yep. This is the 14th year right now on August 29th. And then 2 years ago on the 12th, almost a birthday present to myself, we had the incident in Charlottesville. Yep. So before I leave, I'd like to expound on two pieces with Katrina.
Please do.
And as well as the other one, which you're going to love because it's about Trump. I just
You know I can't stand him.
So let me do that first then.
I'm from Jersey. I grew up with seeing that orange summer bitch on TV. I can't stand him.
So you know I know about it.
Oh, I know you know.
But let me get, first of all, I will do Katrina first because I want to do it in chronological order. So our people go back and reflect to see the way that you seeing how you've been mistreated all the time. You can't go back to slavery days, but you don't have to go that far to see that you're treated different. And you also listen and I appreciate the service that your family had, because every skirmish that Americans ever had black people died violently. People don't even teach about school. When you talk about school, that kids don't know that Crispus Attucks was the first to die.
And he was a black man.
He's a black man, but
a free black man.
But the thing with it is that now those things are it's not being whitewashed, they're being lied about and omitted. So let me share two quick poems, and I want us to, like I said, to absorb the downward spirit of your ancestors, know that you come from greatness, know that there's so many things we do, but we have to recognize that we should never expect anybody else to treat us better than we treat ourselves.
Amen.
Open the door. So this is Katrina by Mike Victor Wright. One of the most devastating American natural disasters in all of our lifetimes should be the foremost things on all of our minds. That's because the images that we saw on TV, most of you folk, like you and me, and now it's right there for the whole world to see. Total indifference and unconcern they've always had when it comes to you and me. Now, are you able to sit there with a straight face because you have diligently been on the case? This suffering that we are enduring, what some of you seem to be enjoying, because of both America and Katrina, we suffer both day and night. And we all know one thing, things have been done a lot quicker if those would suffer more white.
Amen.
But Hurricane Katrina was a natural disaster, and God is the king of nature to make any mistakes. He brings nothing but love, even when thousands of my people's deaths are in the wake. Their lives are instruments of faith. He used the gale of a hurricane for the souls of the snakes. And good people really care. They're ready to do whatever it takes. For those with true love and compassion, but their love is always in fashion, no matter if you're black or white. But we all are truly God's children. They're ready to do what's right. So God blew the catastrophic wind in so he could expose a nation that chose not to value all of its citizens' lives. And none was meaning to Katrina. God used her so the world could see of how the powers that be truly feel for real about you and me in this rich but poor country. Poor because they show no real integrity. Now, America, you let the world know, and your true colors again show. Because Lady Katrina is no different than what Mr. Slave if you're black like me. But now CNN and the whole world looking in to see what you do about the bayou. And all them folk look like you. But remember, America, God is watching too. So America, until you change your selfish and arrogant ways, only these words will do. Now, Stevie Wonder said it best. Shame on you. Shout out to Stevie Wonder. And we all have some prayers for the brother as he goes through his transplant. And all glory to the people that we come from. Black folks. Greatest thing God ever made. Remember, I told you the first people, not the worst people. But we being treated worse than different people. And we have to be so great and they want to use our greatest as an exception. And then we have to recognize that America's never been fair to us. And your president, he's really escalating and dividing this country. So one of the things I definitely want to share with you, because you talk about Trump, and this is going to be the title cut on my new CD. I'm looking for some brothers who can hear them beats. I'm looking for other brothers, artists. We need to work together. And the t-shirt
Keep
business.
out us here, WT mates. We got some folks you can meet.
Okay, so dig this here. I want you to know we seen these dirty deeds before. Well, I tell you, you just think about it. You just think about the negative stuff that this man has done to tell you. Indeed, we've seen these dirty deeds before. There's a wide divide in the minds of life between most black and white folks. Our democracy is toppling. It's adrift since the 45th took helm of the ship. The Donald is the author of alternative facts. He's the father of fake news. As such, racism, anti-Semitism, and hate crimes of all kinds are on the rise. To promote votes, he spewed racist and bigoted views. His first command and order was to show up America's borders and ban Muslims, citing their propensity to potential terroristic threats. Yet he lets domestic terrorism progress. Now, all too often, our churches, synagogues, and colleges are the faith firebombed and targeted. The tandem of Steve Bannon and Steve Miller boldly set national policies to advance and enhance the neo-Nazi community. Yesterday, alt-right vexed its might with impunity. Death and despair filled the air in Charlottesville, Virginia. They came with no shame, proclaiming their agenda to breed hate, conflict, intolerance, and intimidation throughout this nation. They aim to make America great again by denying opportunity, liberty, and dignity to all Americans. Indeed, we've seen these dirty deeds before. It's the same kind of hatred and rhetoric that's precipitated the Civil War. But rest assured, as long as Donald Trump is president, there'll be racial disparities and discord. But more woes and troubles are in store. For the blood of all nations shall seep deep in American soil. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a true and long overdue message from a black man. Amen.
You know what, brother? Amen to you. Because I'm going to tell you straight out, not only is that deep, we need to pay attention to those words that we just spoke in. When you said that they are here to sow more discord, that's the absolute truth. You know, a young lady died during Charlottesville. Her name was Heather Heyer, and she wasn't a black person.
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't a person of color, but she was a person who stood for something that was right.
Right.
She was an American. She is a true example of what a patriot is. See, we have a twisted, fucked up idea of what patriotism is. We got a bunch of assholes who walk around in this city, not this city, because Columbus is a bubble, but walk around in this country who swear, well, I'm a patriot because I got me a AK-47, and I got me a good old four-wheel drive pick-em-up truck, and I bought a hat that said "Make America Great" that was made in China, and I drive a Toyota pick-em-up truck, and I'm naming my baby Buck because he don't give a fuck. Well, you're an asshole. like I said before, you want to really be a patriot, go help your neighbor. You want to be a patriot, go wear the uniform. Understand that when you wear that uniform, you're not fighting for a flag. I don't give a fuck about a flag. That's nothing but a symbol. It means nothing more to me than a napkin that you wipe your hands on. It's a symbol. Right now, in this past week, we celebrated the 4th of July. And as I said before, I have mixed feelings about the 4th of July. The 4th of July, yes, marks the founding of the United States of America, or so the story goes. It's the date that the Declaration of Independence was signed. But have we ever truly lived up to the Constitution and the Declaration?
Never.
When we had said, when it was written by, I believe it was it Jefferson that wrote it, that said, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator certain inalienable rights, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Did he feel that same way about the 200 plus slaves on his plantation? Did he feel that those men and women that he held in bondage had those same inalienable rights because they were given to them by their creator as well? How could we write those eloquent words and not stand true to them? How could we say that we're a home of the free and a land of the brave, and people on our shores that are born here are not free, but yet they are the bravest? Because a lot of people don't understand that the bravest people are minorities. They brave this world every day. They leave their home every day not knowing if they're coming back. And it's not just the dangers of living in areas that are impoverished, because those impoverished areas were created by design and an effort to make life more difficult for people of color. And when I say people of color, I'm not just talking about black folks. You got to read history and learn what's happened to people in this land. I'm talking about the original people of this land as well. The Native Americans, the Inuit, the Seminole, I can't say Indians because these people are not Indians. There are people of various nations that once made up this country. Those people have been stepped on and stood on because they're what? People of color. Africans, myself included, I'm an African. People say, well, you ain't African. You didn't come from Africa. I'm an African. I'm an African American. That means, for those of you that don't know what that means, let me break that down to you. There's two words there, African and American. To be African American means to be an American without having all the privileges that being American provides. And to be African American means to be African without having knowledge of your home. So I say this, and it's true. You don't agree? Fuck you. Again, I told you before, you don't have to believe anything I ever tell you. I know today I'm real heavy, but you don't have to believe anything I ever tell you. Go read it. Go somewhere in America and just look and see for yourself. Understand something. The Hawaiian Islanders, notice I call them Hawaiian Islanders. I don't say Hawaiians because that's not who they are. That is not their identity. That is not the identity of those people from those Pacific Islands. You have to ask them and let them tell you who they are. But those folks were conquered as well. When the so-called treaty was signed by the last Hawaiian king, he was forced to do that at gunpoint. What was done was, if he didn't sign, they were going to annihilate all his people. So understand why I have these mixed feelings for the 4th of July. It's not my holiday. It's not. That holiday was not designed for me. Frederick Douglass told me that a long time ago, before Trump met him, because, Trump said he met Frederick Douglass. Just like he said that, that the Revolutionary Armies took over the airports, he met them just the other day, the Revolutionary Army, they commandeered airports. I'm like, okay, I didn't.
Frederick Douglass eloquently asked, what is the 4th of July to the slave?
To the slave.
And see, those type of things.
Exactly.
Being the fact, I like the knowledge that you share on this show today, because and you tell them to look it up. Just don't believe you. We regurgitate some other people's garbage. But like I said, the initial thing that I hope they grasp, if we do the greatness for which we come, we less likely to disrespect ourselves. When you're talking about the school system, our kids aren't being told the true gravity of all the accomplishments that their ancestors have done. Now, when I'm sitting here talking, I never know what the Spirit's going to lead me to share with you. I was already ready to give you another poem. I'm serious. But one of the things that I do with the kids and our people, because our people got to be remembered, and I also hold us accountable to the way we assimilate this man, that we got no love for each other. And the biggest thing, we got so many issues. I sit back, I study, I try to ask God to use me as an instrument to help our people. So the thing that is with our people, we have to see our own culpability of how we're hurting ourselves. One of the poems that I do in the different churches or different things is called Many Mothers Have Cried.
I ain't tell nobody to call.
Yeah. Many mothers have cried because their children
I'm
died.
sorry, Mike. I'm going to cut you off for
Take
just 1 second. And I'm going to have to put on headphones so I can hear them.
Take it in.
Yo, it's the Buckeye Underground Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Shit, it's the best in the Midwest, a.k.a. Big Yeet, a.k.a. Yoyito. ¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa, Yoyito? Thanks for listening, my brother. What's happening? Are you listening to the show today?
Man. Huh?
Are you listening to the show today? Or are you just calling because I'm on?
So I got you on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So you got me on YouTube. So you
every Tuesday.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. So
except for now when I call.
Oh, okay. So you got off the call. So you listening to the conversation today. So
yeah, I listen to that crazy shit.
But it's true. Because my brother Yito, he's straight from the PR. And the history of the folks there. Because like I told somebody a long time ago, and they got offended when I said it. I said the difference.
We got morals. At least Puerto Ricans got morals. Shit, we hold the door open for other people. Say thank you. Say when you walk into a restaurant, you see somebody eating, you say buen provecho. We're friendly people. When you cross us, that's when when bad things happen.
Yeah, but that's with everybody. I hope. But that just proves that, that for you as a brother, as my brother, I know. That you come from good parents, period. Even though you're a fucking asshole.
I am. I'm an asshole.
Exactly. I know you come from good people. So
yeah, yes, sir.
So, one time I was on the show one time and I said to somebody that was here, I said the only difference between a Jamaican, a Dominican, a Haitian, a Puerto Rican, or African American is a boat stop.
It's a lingo.
It's a boat stop.
That's it.
Because all of us were separated, and all of our so-called groups and nationalities were created during the slave trade.
Yeah. By these damn cavemen.
I wish I had my belt.
It's a disease to be white.
I wish I had my belt. Thank you. Where the hell is my belt?
That's a disease. You go out in the sun, you get skin cancer. I go out in the sun, I get melon, I get vitamin D, nigga.
Hey, exactly. We go out in the sun, we get kissed by God. They go out in the sun, burn the fuck up.
I wasn't made for November to February. I was made from May all the way to August.
Hey, September, October, if we lucky, we get warm. Global warming is keeping us warm late in the year now.
Yeah. What I'm saying though is that's why their nose is narrow. Not meant to breathe. We got wider nostrils because of the heat. They got narrow noses because of the cold. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a big difference between us.
Hey,
still humans though.
Hey, exactly. We all come from one man. But the problem is we've segregated ourselves in this world so much that we've separated ourselves in such a way that we don't respect the next person's humanity.
And Cali, they got the black and brown working together now.
Black love and brown pride. I'm loving
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But I'm also, like right now, today, I'm watching the news this morning that's what I do. I wake up in the morning, I send my kids to summer camp, I drink coffee and watch the news. And because every day I turn on the news and I say, I got to see what this orange summer bitch done did now, and pray he ain't put us in another war. Because he's trying.
Right. He close right now.
Because he's trying to put us in a war so we can stop talking about how dumb his ass is. But
yeah, I don't like that dude.
I was watching what he was doing to our people at the border, and
I don't even know what he is. He ain't white. He orange.
Yeah, he's orange. He's a Oompa Loompa.
What the fuck is he? Reptilian.
He was made by Crayola.
That's right. Yeah, estamos en radio. Estamos en radio.
Well, explain that for those of us that don't speak Spanish.
That's Uncle Frankie.
He's a what? Say it again.
That's Uncle Frankie right there. I'm at work.
Oh, you at work? Well, goddamn it, do some work. Somebody got to make money. But I do appreciate you calling, brother. Oh, and by the way,
concrete work right now.
By the way, I saw the work you did, the photos you published, the work you did. Those of you that don't know, check out my man Que Pasa Yoyito. You'll see all the work he did. If you pay him enough, he might come out and fix yours too.
You already know. Shoot, we just Langa construction, man. We do everything.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm saying. And like I tell everybody, always rep your brand. My brother, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. And holler back at me.
No problem, man.
I'll see you on Thursday, right?
Doing, brother Jay.
All right, brother. Later.
What I was saying when you was speaking about the Indians, one of the pieces I always, and I've written many things of showing the injustice here in America to the Japanese, their story.
The internment.
You know what they done to the Indian, and then what they done to black folks.
And let's not forget what they did to the Chinese.
That's what I said.
And what they did to you said the Japanese. See, and this is something. I'm watching the news this morning and I saw two things on the news that really stood out to me. The first one hurt my heart because when you do women and children that way, in such a horrific way, and deny someone's basic humanity and lock them in a cage for no other reason than them seeking a better life. Exactly right. Just imagine if in 1492, those sick, hungry people got off those boats in 1492 and were met with that same type of hostility.
That's right.
Just imagine if that had happened. If the people that were in this country, those natives that were here, that were, born here, that were raised here, that nurtured this land for thousands of years before the Europeans showed up. If they had treated them the same way that they are now treating our Latin brothers and sisters. And now you do this and you deny someone's basic humanity. These folks, when they came here, were treated not only in a human and hospitable way, but they were given food, they were given shelter, they were given medicine, they were taught how to survive in this land, in this climate.
There you go.
And then you turn around and you give those same people that did that for you, you enslave them. You take them, you kidnap them and take them across the globe and put them in cages and zoos.
You annihilate them.
You commit genocide against them. I hate, as a parent, you love Disney movies because there's always going to be, a happy ending. It's going to be all of that. But I hate the portrayal of what has happened when you see Pocahontas in the movies. Yeah, Pocahontas was beautiful, but she was 14 years old. She was somebody's baby girl. And she didn't go with John Smith because she was in love with him and save him and blah, 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 blah. That's not what happened. She was kidnapped to keep her father from destroying the outpost that was built by those white men. They kidnapped her and took her abroad because if they had kept her in the U.S., well, what we call the U.S. now, if she had stayed on these shores, her father, who was a king, would have attacked and retrieved her. They took her to Europe, where she was treated like a zoo animal and died not of a broken heart, but of the diseases that she contracted from being around people where they had an immunity to this stuff and she did. She was 14 years old. She was a child. A child. I mean, if you know, I know these things because I've read them from more than one source. I study, you know, people think, you know, because I'm a college dropout, that I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I might not be. But, you know, I'm the dude that went through college. Yeah. I went in the front door and out the back door. I squeezed a couple booties on the way, though. It was some nice booties. I ain't gonna lie. You know how it is when you're 20 years old. The booties. Anyway. Oh, and while we're talking about booties, I'm sorry, I had to get off the subject for just a minute. But, you know, Saturday I did a show. We did a show. We was in the historic York Masons Lodge building, 867 Mount Vernon Avenue, Columbus, Ohio. We did the WTMH Music Festival. And I had a ball, but I have fun anytime I get to bring out my stuff and play with my toys. That's what my wife says. You playing with your toys, you in your own zone. And I am. So I have fun anyway. But something happened during the show. We had this young lady. We gave away a video shoot. Someone got a full video shoot where they can choose whatever song they got, and they can get a full video shoot, get it shot, edited, and ready to go whenever they're ready. And the group that won it was these cats out of Detroit, and they was dope as hell. When they got on stage, and I apologize because I played an Ohio song just before they got on stage. I had no clue that those brothers was from Michigan. And somebody told me, Dre, you was wrong for that. And I didn't even realize that that's what I had done. So I apologize if it made somebody feel some kind of way, but them brothers from Detroit rocked the fuck out. But that's not what happened. What happened was when the number was called so they could win the video shoot that they won, the young lady that was up on stage, she was cute. She was a very cute young lady. She was pretty. She had on a nice little dress and everything. You know, she had her hair did. I hope it was all her hair. At least she paid for it. If it wasn't, it looked good. You know, she had a good weave. She ain't have that weave that you get from the dollar store. You ever seen them look like a bird made it? Okay. Anyway, she had a good weave and everything. But when she got on stage, she walked past me because I was at the back of the stage, not behind stage, but on the back of the stage. And she walked past me, and for some reason, my eyes went past her, and across the whole place, there was a lady serving drinks at the bar, and she had the biggest titties I've seen in a long time. And I know I'm wrong for this, but I said right there, I got a mic. They can't shut me up. I was like, God damn, those some big titties. And the girl turned around on stage and said, wait a minute, I don't have big titties. What you talking about? I was like, I'm sorry. Them big titties across the room got my attention. And then she said, well, what about little titties? I said, gumdrops are cute too. Sometimes you want a gumdrop, just a little, gumdrop. But them some big ass titties. And she got offended. So I apologize. Little titties matter.
And you know what?
But them big ones, god damn, they were so big. Let me tell you how big they was. These titties were so big. If she'd have pulled out one titty, it would have got half dark in that room because it would have made a big shadow.
I heard that.
It was ridiculous. I ain't never.
I'm sitting here bubbling.
I know I'm not right. I need Jesus.
I can sit here and listen to your show. I'm going to definitely, when I get back, I need to sit there and turn people into you. But it's just a goofy that's sitting this to you, man, because I enjoy your energy. I enjoy the insight of different ways that you blend things together, and so I'm sitting here, I'm giving them some black history stuff, some black love. But, because you just know me a minute, let me give you something what you think about the female. When I see a fine lady, I say, baby, can I have it? That's an interesting way to ask. Most intimate thing that you have. Question is short and sweet. It goes right to the meat of things. Not beating around the bush, while letting you know where I like this thing to go. Hey. And I'm a shotgun loaded for love. I'm ready to give you both barrels. And I'm asking Dave with tears in my eyes because I realize neither one of us promised tomorrow. So, baby, can I have it right now? That's all that's on my mind all the time. And it's crazy many times I already wish I've asked for it to be mine. Because for the very first day that I saw you, your beautiful smile, your vicious scent, I knew that you were heaven sent. I know God is good. No, it was God who sent you. Now, you know I don't lie. So maybe the gleam in your eye, because somehow I knew that wouldn't be me and you and I. And right from the start, I had to have you. I haven't seen anyone such a beautifully molded, well-rounded, and soft heart.
Oh,
The heart that lights my spark.
hey.
So what do you say, baby? Can I have it?
See, I can't stand him. Look, he one of them brothers with game. Let's see, I ain't never been able to walk up to a woman and say it like, if I say, can I have it? I got slapped. You know how many pairs of glasses I had to buy?
Hey, but even though we got that in us, let's get serious back. One more thing for the Indians that you talk about, you know, and the teach like the Indians, the Japanese, blacks. So this is a poem I wrote for them. It's called "The Colors Say a Lot About You." Intelligently, I study and watch you. I'm aware of all of your destruction and all you're capable of. I'm aware of the depths of your lies. I'm not really surprised by all the wickedness that you do. With you, it's all about colors, and yours is red, white, and blue. Right from the start, there was a sick wickedness in your heart after the Indian greeted you and treated you as a friend. Quick to devise the plan for his demise and end. You brought so much misery to their lives into your treaties filled with lies. Then you put your flag down on their campground, and that flag was red, white, and blue. The colors say a lot about you, because ever since the red man has met the white man, he's been blue. But you be careful, because this whole world's aware of your sick tricks and lies and have their eyes on you. Now, I wrote that about 10 years ago, but the creator has me prepared for what you're seeing with the white man in charge now. And when I say white people, let me say one thing. I'm not predicated about black and white. It's about wrong and right. The people who make decisions are on the side of greed, selfishness, and lack of compassion.
Yep.
So whenever you don't have the spirit of goodness in you, you see, it's a matter of time. All great civilizations have failed. They talk about make America great. You're 100% right. It's never been great because you don't own up to the creed of what you said. How can you get to be great? You're not even doing what you said.
Hey.
We don't have to tear this thing down. We just got to build ourselves up. You understand that? Without us,
yeah.
we are the oil that keeps the wheel rolling. We're not a poor people. We make poor decisions with the money we get. We get $1.2 trillion a year of the trickle with all the money that's there, but we can do more amongst ourselves. That's why I said before, we don't expect anybody to treat us better than we treat ourselves. Teach your kid to cut grass and to sell grass. Please, and I don't even cuss, but the police ain't looking for his ass. You understand? If you get to the point that we can provide services amongst ourselves to ourselves, if you said the gentrification is going through this country, well, they can't buy it if we bought it up first.
Sure can.
Okay?
But see, again, you know, you talk about gentrification.
Yes, sir.
You know, that goes back to, see, when somebody said to me recently that there's no such thing as institutional racism.
Oh, he crazy.
And I said to him, well, explain to me redlining.
There you go.
And they couldn't explain it. I said, well, I can tell you what it is.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to cut you off. Is that something that he was familiar with? Did he ever heard of the term redlining?
No.
See, that's one of the things that's going on.
But
so many of our people don't know about redlining.
Exactly, because it's, again, not taught in school. For those of you that don't know, redlining was done by the banks and lending institutions. And what they would do is they would take swaths of land and on a map, and they put a red line around it.
With a red pen. That's what's called red line.
What was inside that red line was not spaces that they would finance or invest in or give loans for.
Cost of tracks.
So Black and brown people were denied institutionally access to the funds that would help them buy the places that they lived. So the people that owned those places did not live there. That's why so many Black and brown communities are full of rental properties, from apartment buildings to homes to even retail spaces are all rental. So what happens now, we're at a point where those properties are now desired by the folks that have those that own them or that hold the deeds. So what the banks are doing is moving the red line. So now those properties are up for renewal or investment. So now you can invest in that property. So now you get more than just the rental. Now you can sell it for far more than you were getting on the rental. And the folks that live there can't afford the prices that you're asking.
There you go.
So they sell it to somebody else who's an investor. And they do one of two things. They do it like they did Brooklyn, New York. For those of you that don't know, back in the day, I met a little hottie in Brooklyn. I couldn't date her because she was what my homeboys in Jersey call GU. Know what that means?
No, exactly.
Geographically undesirable. Because I couldn't go to that part of Brooklyn because of the way I wore my hat. I get my Jersey ass kicked, and I damn sure better not drive my car over across that bridge with them Jersey license plates on it and call myself going up in Greenpoint. I was getting my ass kicked. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly. I'm sitting here smiling. Maybe because I'm a country boy. I was born in Pittsburgh.
You say you're a country boy from New York.
No, I was born in Pittsburgh, but I grew up in New York. So I tell people all the time, I got country boy ways. I got plenty of New York City shit. You understand?
So you know what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about. But here's what I'm saying, though. But it was funny because I was a country boy and I've been a certain way all the time. I never had no boundaries where I could go. Hey, man, I understood. Plus, I don't wear it on my sleeve, but I like everybody, but I ain't nothing to mess with, man, because I'm all I got. So, being the fact I come from country boy and I'm from Pittsburgh and live in the woods, first of all, when I first moved to New York, I lived in Brooklyn first, and I was a kid. So I'm coming from, matter of fact, today when I see black and anybody, I speak to you, man. I empower you. Matter of fact, that's how I met you. I spoke to you soon as you came outside.
That's true. That's how we met you.
But that's how we need to be. Why so much friction in our community is because we don't know the people we come from. This ain't us.
No.
This ain't the people you come from. The type of people you come from, when I respectfully say, I got many Puerto Rican friends. I got Cubano friends. Another thing, too, they have differences within their culture. Mm-hmm. Cubans and Dominicans don't get along and things of that nature.
Dominicans don't get along with nobody.
Well, listen, I get along maybe because of the world I used to live in.
At least not New York. I can tell you that.
Well, it depends. Like I said, I'm one of the few brothers. I go where I want to go. Plus, I was alone. I don't need no crew. I'm a crew.
Well, damn. I don't know what they're doing downstairs, but they banging. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go down there and slap somebody.
Hey, no, listen. We gonna be the loving people we supposed to be.
Nah, I don't understand. That's my boy downstairs. I'm gonna go down and holler at him.
Okay. No, I knew you just talking to right?
But yeah, I'm with you on that. Like growing up, I'm from Jersey City. I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey. I grew up in two places in Jersey City, Midtown and the Hill, and I went everywhere in Jersey City with no issue because, Jersey City is a big little town. And everywhere I go, I'm from one of them families where I couldn't date nobody in my town because they might be a cousin. It's too many of us. We need to stop fucking. We done made too many of us. Yeah. I'm one to talk because I got 7 damn kids. Yeah.
Hey, I was going to ask you, speaking about Jersey City, this is a sidebar, but you remember, I told you, I wasn't scared to go no place I want to. Jersey City had some projects, over there in projects.
Which ones?
I don't know, so I'm trying to ask you.
Curry Woods.
I don't know the name.
Duncan, Montgomery.
I knew when you went, if you wasn't strong or had somebody with you, you wasn't coming out of there.
Oh, you talking about the Woods, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because, when you said that, see, Jersey City.
Yeah, but I ain't had that issue.
But you was from there.
I'm from there.
I ain't from there. So I call myself who I want to. I can feel the vibe. I know on the street. I come from the streets. I'm like, yo, this ain't. You better be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah. It ain't. The Woods ain't like that no more. In fact, I think they tore it down. But yeah, I mean, in Jersey City, I never had issue. Never.
The police over there is something else too, man.
Yeah, the police in Jersey City. You know what? When NWA said "fuck the police," they was talking about Jersey City police. Yeah. At least in my mind, that's what I equated it to because that's what it was where I grew up. But in Jersey City, I never had issue. And Jersey City, it was my city. I went anywhere I wanted to. I'm not a kid who ever got my bike stolen. In Jersey City, when I was little, that was going. Everybody got their bike stolen.
And
not
their
me.
cars.
Yeah. Well, that was Newark.
Newark.
Yeah. In Newark, funny story. Like some years ago, my mom was sick, and she was in a hospital in Newark, New Jersey, and so my grandmother, you know, rest her soul, I love her to death. She used to. My grandmother would ask you to do something, but it wasn't asked. You know, my grandmother would call you at 4:00 in the morning and say, "I need a ride to the airport." That meant get your ass up and take her to the airport. It wasn't asking. So we were at the hospital. My grandmother said, "I got to go to Bloomingdale's." And anytime I was around, my grandmother was my responsibility. It was wherever grandma say go, I got to go. When I was little, my grandmother used to call me and say, "Come to my house and walk my dog." I said, "Why you got a goddamn dog?" I got slapped in the back of the head. Most times, the back of my head is flat because my grandmother smacked the shit out of me. More times than I could count. Anyway, you know, so we go to Bloomingdale's, right? And at the time, I live in Ohio. So, you know, I was just visiting New Jersey. So I drove my car to New Jersey with Ohio plates on it. So I get out my car in Newark, New Jersey at Bloomingdale's. You know, this is a long time ago. It was Bloomingdale's, and they changed it to Macy's. And then I don't know if they closed that store or not. But anyway, it was in downtown Newark. But I pull up, and, you know, they parking in Newark, New Jersey is janky to say the least. They did not have a parking garage for that Macy's, Bloomingdale's. So I pull up, I find a parking space after driving around the block for about an hour. I park my car, and my grandmother is little. Everybody know I'm 6'4", right? I'm 200 plus. My grandmother was like 4'11" on a good day with heels on and standing on a curb. She was short as little. She was a little teeny short person. In my family, we come in two sizes: extra large or extra short. Yeah. That's it. You know, we ain't too many people in the middle. We got big and we got look. That's it. So we pull up, and my grandmother is steady telling me what I'm gonna do, and all I could say was, "Yes, ma'am." So we pull up. I see this little guy walking down the street. He see my car, see my license plate. He go. I see him rub his hands together and smile. So I said, "Grandma, go ahead in the store." I open the door. My grandmother walks in the store. I see this guy walking towards my car. I walk up to him. I said, "Yo, kid." He turned around like he was surprised. I was like, "You like that?" He was like, I said, "Let me tell you something, man. Don't let them license plates fool you, player." He said, "What?" I said, "I'm from here.
There you go.
If my car disappear, I'm gonna be on Avon Avenue and I'm taking out everybody I see. And if I don't find my car, I'm gonna find you and your family." He looked at me. He was like, "You're not from Ohio, are you?" "Nah, kid. Jersey City." "What?"
Yeah.
He backed up. "Okay, dog, I got you." So when I came back, I walked in the store, found my grandmother. So I came back about an hour later. This kid was sitting on the hood of my car. He said, "Yo, bro, wasn't nothing happening to your ride. I appreciate you, bro. You need something?" He said, "Nah, kid, I'm cool." And he bounced. And I told that to somebody here, and they was like, "What did all that mean?" I said, "That mean he respect that I'm from where he from. And I know where he taking my car.
And what you gonna do to him."
And he understood I'm not somebody to fuck with.
Right.
So I ain't no thug. Like my man Tupac said, "I ain't no killer, but don't push me."
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
Hey, matter of fact, on that note alone, I'm glad that you had the street cred and sensibility, know how to talk to it. But we got such a problem in our community. This is the last poem I think I want to share with you because I got some other business. But I want us to feel this, man. It's called "Many Mothers Have Cried Because Their Children Have Died."
Too many.
Our murder and death rate is off the chain simply because simple brothers are sending other brothers to the early grave. Then no simpletons say it's part of the game. Any brother would kill his own kind is out of his mind and dangerous. Doesn't need to be in our community, So I say, let's put them away right away and throw away the key. And that's not snitching to me. For just easy, he would or could kill you and me. And this will continue to happen to us until we make things change. So first, my brothers and sisters, let's stop calling each other that derogatory name. Now is the time for mothers and fathers to spend quality time with their sons and their daughters. That's something that you mean in the sisters and brothers. Learn to love and respect one another. Now, mothers give us a gift, which we all call life, which we can never ever repay. We can help her not cry and dry her eyes today. If we were to measure and treasure this gift we all call life and stop the senseless killing tonight. You know, my mother used to say, just pray. Anytime you call on God, he's there and he cares to hear what you may have to say. Many mothers have cried because their children have died. It's happened again and again. Children die and their mothers cry. But we, my people, we should be ashamed. You know why? Because our family, our kin, are mostly being killed by other black men. So our mothers cry and ask God why. And Lord, when will it end? Amen. Hey, Columbus, I hope that you enjoyed the absolute truth. Again, my name is Mike Vick. I'm residing in Pittsburgh, but I'm going to be here in this city. You know why? Because that little thing I just said there, I have grandkids here. My lady's here, my daughter's here, but y'all here, and y'all my people. So I'm going to make the 614 that we don't, the place where brothers and sisters don't go to war no more. We're going to take what we're doing from this day forward and make something great. Because, brother, I'm leaning on you. I appreciate the opportunity you gave me to come. I dig you, boy, like they dig the graves. I dig you for real. This ain't no rapping here. You can feel the vibe because what you're doing is important to our people. What you're doing is important. All the knowledge you passing on, I'm glad, I'm humbled to be with you today, brother. I thank you for allowing me and my lady to be here. But I really just want to commend you on what you're doing. And brother, greatness is really, it's already there. Like you kind of think I'm laughing about semi-famous. Brother, you about to blow up. And tell them don't show up when I blow up. Where was you at before? But you got humble people that's calling in now. Hey, brother, any way that I can help you, you just feel free to call me, man. And you brothers out here, when you see Mike Vick, yeah, I'm Mike Vick, quarterback for the Lord. Through him, I get divine protection. I won't fumble nor throw interceptions. My suggestion, you get to know him and accept him. After all, we all belong in God's way. Hotel, Columbus. Good night.
You know what, Mike? Love and peace to you, brother. Listen, I know today, you know, I'm dropping shit. Don't break. I'm about to break stuff. Look, it won't be the first time. Listen, every day, you know, usually on the Buckeye Underground show, I have a musical guest. We'll come in, we'll talk about their music and their projects. Today, I did a little different because every week I share just a little bit of information with our people, with everybody that's listening. Because for me, you know, being black in America is a journey. You know, the man I am now is not the man I was when I was 20 years old. So it's a journey. I had to grow to be who I am now. And when I met Mike, you know, brother Mike, I just felt like, you know, when I met him, you know, he made me feel like those older brothers that were in my neighborhood when I was a kid, who taught me, you know, that, you know, how to move in the streets, as well as how to continue to be a good son, how to be, you know, a caring brother, but at the same time protect myself. You know, Mike gave me that vibe. And I say that to say, you know, just to say that just because you think you're a thug, don't mean you a thug. Because every guy I know that think he a thug loves somebody. You know, my man Scarface said, I never seen a man cry until I seen a man die. You know, Tupac said, is there a heaven for a thug? You know, all of these things, you know, okay, I come from that generation of music. So all of this is just a way of expressing that we as people, human beings, need to respect each other's humanity. If we can do that, if you can respect the next person's humanity, treat them by the golden rule, treat everyone the way you want to be treated, then we all as a people, as a nation, as a world, can move forward together. Unity is the greatest threat to the corporate world.
No question.
If we stick together, the governments can't control us. If we stick together, the corporations can't own us. If we stick together, Mike gave me that vibe. See, I grew up in a neighborhood in Jersey City, New Jersey. There was a pimp lived on my block. He spoke real cool and real slick, but he always gave you the game and gave it to you real. There was Rasta men that lived on my block. They taught me the way you learn in church. You learn about God, but do you truly learn God? Do you have God in you? There was 5%ers on my block that said, there ain't no God in the sky. God is in you. You are God. God is us. God is world. God is everything created is God. Then that was, the church I had to go to because, I'm a preacher kid. So they made me go to church. So I had to go to church, and I had to go to church. You always sit in church behind that one old lady with the great big butt. Back in the day, she was fine. But she got a butt now, look like a coffee table, and she always stand up and the back of her skirt be shorter than the front. When she stand up, sometimes it be stuck in the middle. One time I tried to help out, I pulled it out. She turned around and slapped me. So I stuck it back in there. I figured that's the way she wanted to wear it. So anyway, again, I ain't right. I never claimed to be right. You ain't never heard me claim to be right, did you?
No.
All right.
You had me cussing a little bit.
I got issues. But I say this to say that if we all just respect each other's humanity, this would be a much better world. Everybody, I say it all the time, if you're not a registered voter, please register to vote. November is coming. 2020 is your chance to get the Orange Menace out of office. And I say it for everybody. I have brothers who tell me, man, I don't vote because that's some bullshit, blah, blah, blah. If it wasn't important, you fucking dumbasses, they wouldn't be trying to limit your access to the vote. If it wasn't important, then people would not have died so that I have the right to vote. I vote because it is my responsibility to my ancestors who died, so I had that opportunity to do so. Because although I was given it as a right, I was not allowed to practice it. So please, please, please register and vote. All right? And pay attention.
One thing that, because you keep on giving the orange, and I'm trying to get out of here. But as I leave, and I'm definitely done with this, because this is how I actually end my show. And you talked about the White House and the foolish man that's in it. This is called the House of Peace. It's time for a change. It's time for the White House have to change its name. But its name, the White House, implies that you won't govern all others the same. The White House, that handle has to go. It can no longer stay status quo. They say, what's in the name? I say a lot. For years, while it was still called the White House, a lot of people have forgotten. So I submit the name the House of Peace. Then maybe the disenfranchised would just get their piece of America's pie. There was another administration. One doesn't cheat and one doesn't lie. With the name change, will also come a change in policy. Our new slogan will be war, no more. When America's really ready for worldwide peace, she'll consider name change and practice what you preach. Peace. I'm out of here, man.
Hey, everybody. Okay, that was 1 minute. Everybody listen. Give a shout out to my good friend, Brother Mike Vick. Brother Mike Vick, nothing but love and peace to you, brother. I truly appreciate you coming through today. Listen, I knew he was only going to be in town for a little bit. I know he's got to get back out and get back to Pittsburgh. But I truly appreciate you taking some time to just come and spend with me here at the Buckeye Underground Show at WTMH Radio. And I'm about to end the show anyway because this, my time is up. But Mike, thank you for coming out and spending some time with us. And to your lady, I appreciate you. And thank you for not being offended by my language. And I like titties, so I talked about titties. I saw big titties. It was big.
Listen, no wonder I looked over there. I started to chime in too. Baby, I just love you.
Hey, you know what? Look, I love my woman. One of the reasons I love her is because she knows me and she knows I'm a total asshole. Look, we went to Florida one year And we walking down the beach, just me and her. And we didn't have kids then. We were smart then. Before we had these little monsters that I live at my house and break all my shit. They spend all my money. I love them guys. They break all my shit. Damn. But before we had them, we were on the beach in Florida. And you know how Florida beaches are. There was this woman walking down the beach, and she had a bathing suit that was made out of dental floss and a half a napkin. That was the whole. It was like, and like they took the half a napkin and made 3 little triangles, and the rest of it was all held on with dental floss. And I'm from Jersey, so I love the ocean. I grew up going to the beach. Like summertime, I would go to the beach all the time. I would call off work, go to the beach. I like Island Beach. Yeah, Island Beach is real calm. It's, and then sometimes I mean Asbury Park was cool too. They had a nice boardwalk in Asbury back in the day. But I like Island Beach.
How about Reef Beach? You have that and it's have a naked,
Yeah, but again, I'm a Jersey boy. So, I go to Brooklyn, sometimes I would have a good time and I gotta fight my way home. And I ain't had that problem in Jersey.
That's the purpose of one of the things I was hoping to share here today, man. Let me tell you, so any place we go, when you see somebody black, you should know I'm all right. That's why when I see black, what's up, my brothers? See, the youngsters today haven't come up in an era when it was cool to be black, and it ain't their fault.
It's not.
See, it's
not
our
our fault.
It is our fault. We dropped the ball. And I tell you, I'm going to shit up home with you, said I won't. But later on, I'm going to call you back, and you're going to say, man, why you ain't doing the show? Because it's not the last time I'm coming here.
It's not going to be the last time. Because every time you're in town, I'm going to call you.
I'll be back soon. We're going to do a concert. And the reason why I'm leaving now, we got to take care of some business. And I'm thinking about this time. And my word, you need the truth? It's the time I thought would be, because I do a few things. I said 2 hours, just about your time. But listen, you so great at this, I can stay with you for 2 years.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. You know what? Somebody told me one time, they said, Dre, why you always say you semi-famous? I said, because everybody don't know me yet.
Yeah, not yet though, but it's coming. And if all I can do to help you get there, you know why? Like I tell people, some other brothers I'm bringing with me. But it ain't like I tell them, I'm not giving you nothing. God is giving you the ability that you need this life. And when we get to the point that you a star maker, brother. You a star, but you got to go to make star makers. When we start valuing each other, when we start seeing, like I tell brothers, hey man, we love that goal, but we as a people, our links ain't hooked up. You've been tricked not to know your value. If you know the people you come from, I tell you, I won't give you no more. But listen, this is called in the still of the night. The spirit of our ancestors manifests in the wee hours of the morning. Some come and drunk wisdom, vision, memories, and warnings. And thank God again for your melanin. For it is your you which makes you a truly regal people. It's a fact. Blacks were the first to master mathematics, medicine, the sciences, anatomy, and astrology. The first to render song and verse, and the first members to sell the universe. So say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Okay.
And wake up, wake up, wake up, you sleeping giants. That's us. Do you know the world is, what would happen when we get there? We've got the slickest talk game in the world. We call each other brother and kill one another. Wow. When you get to the point like with me and you, ain't nothing but good stuff going to happen between me and you because you already there and I'm working to get there. Well, you know it's up for us as a people to get there. Ain't about you, ain't about me, it's about us. And when we start getting that type of vibe, look out. Why do brothers so good at basketball? Why? Because we know the rules and they blow the whistle, not even the same in the game. Certain players get what's the name, but you just can't keep double dribbling. You can't. We know the rules. Not just so you're the greatest thing in the world, you can jump higher, you run faster. That's a given. But you in where the playing field is kind of the same. Why do they kind of keep you out? Because he know your greatness, but you don't. Mm-hmm. See? So when they get to the point when you really be knowing, when you see another black person, brother, I can't do nothing but help you. And when we get to that's the point. That's the point. Hey man, I enjoy being with you, man.
Hey, thank you.
I'm surprised by lady you.
Thank you, brother Mike. Listen, shout out to you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing Mike and letting him spend some time with me today. I truly appreciate you as well. Brother Mike, I can't wait till the next time you come back to town and we get to chop it up some more. For those of you that don't know, you just met Mike today. I just met this brother and I was almost late going to my gig because I stopped and talked with him, and I was enjoying myself, and I had to go change cars and clothes, and you know how we do. But I had to go do all of that. But I truly appreciate you. Thank you for taking your time to come spend it with me here at the Buckeye Underground Show on WTMH Radio, where we are. Welcome to my hood radio, where the hood is worldwide. But we give an opportunity for underground and independent artists to have their music heard. And as you heard today, I had spoken word artist Brother Mike the Truth Vic come on in here and share a little with you. And make sure, you don't have to believe me, learn history. And that's for everybody, black, white, orange, purple. Well, not orange, because the orange dude don't really want to know. Because he know what's up, and he just don't want to believe it. Because, he refuses to believe that the world spins around. He probably think the earth is flat, like his head and that fucked up haircut he got. Why does that dude have a puppy hair? He looks like he got puppy hair on his head. Who shaves a puppy and makes a toupee? Donald Trump. That's what. All right. I'm going to get off this, y'all, because I'm a little bit late. But love, peace, and Afro, and I'll see y'all on the other side. And, we'll see you next week. And Raven better have his bald head back up in this mother sucker. That's all I'm going to say.
Peace.
Later on, y'all.
Thank you for the
This
opportunity.
is the Buckeye Underground Show. You can watch it online or you can listen on your phone. This is the Buckeye Underground Show. 4 p.m. we going live, 6 p.m. we going home. This is the Buckeye Underground Show. WTMH, we on live radio. This is the Buckeye Underground Show. Bringing anything hot until the bottles all gone. This is the Buckeye Underground Show, Underground Show, Underground Show. This is the Buckeye Underground Show, Underground Show, Underground Show.
That's all I can say. Cut my veins, I bleed scarlet and gray. I was born on Lane Ave, around the corner from the horseshoe. Rock blue amaze around me, it a Porsche. Woody was the king, Urban the apprentice. Gotta love Trestle, even though he never blemish. It's been a long time, but I'm back with a vengeance. Hang on, Snoopy, we about to repair the image. I'm always feeling some type of way when I put on anything that says Ohio State. And out of town, I'm always looking for Ohio plays. Soon as they roll up, I throw that O up. They yell O-H, I yell I-O. Then I wipe the road, strike the highs and codes. What y'all know about the best damn fans? And we moonwalk on them like the best damn fans.
Take away my rights, take away my stripes, but you will never take away my fight. It's Buckeye for life. It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye. Anywhere I'm green earth, I'ma rep my sex, call it engraved to the day I rap. Say that with your jack. It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye.
I'm a Buckeye, you already know. Just a certain type of swagger when you come from the O. Yeah, we get a lot of hate, but that's just because deep down inside they really wanna be one of us. They really wanna be the Big 10 big men. They love it when we rip the skin off of Michigan. We rep the capital, but we don't got a protein. Buckeye is nothing, I ain't talking about protein. Injure your whole team, get away so clean. Know how we blow steam, we roast Wolverines. And then we march the end off since you got the Great Lakes. You drown in your own harbor, I'm a first string starter, OSU alumnus. Love the city so much, I named my son Columbus. And that right there just shows you that it's humongous. Welcome to Buckeye City, I'll be the god on this tour bus.
Take away my rights, take away my stripes, but you will never take away my fight. It's Buckeye for life. It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye.
Green earth, I'ma rep my sex, call it engraved to the day I rap. Say that with your jack.
It's the honorary and the night. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye.
I'm a Buckeye, and I ain't gotta prove it. See, I live it and I breathe it. It ain't only in my music. You can laugh if you wanna, but I don't find it amusing. See, don't know who they got, it's confusing. Who you know can run the table without a shot at the bowl game? Do it again the next year. Look at them now, they all saying that our schedule was soft. We don't play nobody, it's hogwash. We go to battle with anybody. We make it look like the teams that we play are weak. Cause we lace our cleats the same every week. We put them shoulder pads on, make sure the helmet's tight. And enough with all the talking, let's prepare to fight. The urban legend, urban mind. fire in the cap squad. Any given Saturday, you beat up in your backyard. We don't care what your rank is or what the polls say. Step on the field and it's a rap. It's just all
take away my rights, take away my stripes, but you would never take away my fight. This Buckeye for life. You see, I'm the very end of life. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye. I'ma wet my set, call it engraved to the day I rap. Say that with your jacket. You see, I'm the very end of life. Until I die, I'm a Buckeye.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
614, we got one. Oh yeah. Brooklyn to Buckeye. Let go. 614-718. Go. Niggas know I'm banging kick off the rip, don't trip. Or I grip something big, fuck around and make the car flip. Then I dip up the Ave, hit 1-6 with some bricks, had to make it flip. Now you see them, now you don't. No magic tricks, had to make a move, couldn't take a loss, so I feel like I could never lose. Team strong, money long. We a bunch of kings, you a bunch of pawns. I'm a dawn and I'm gone, heading to the face. Got a hope from every race, all up in my bed, giving head, screaming fuck Trump, and the feds leave them dead. All blue flags, never red. Let go. Go straight for the top, never been shot, still screaming fuck the world like a pop. Got a Glock, semi-tuck, target quiet, hold them steady, she's ready. I'm in these niggas' nightmares like I'm ready. Till they realize this is real life, and I catch the desi. I'm locking loaded, strap over the chest like I'm rock and rolling. You won't stop, I can't stop going. I'm the next to blow, watch the 6 will blow. Next time you see me at the shoe, holla out, block go. O-H-I-O, let's go. Let go, baby.
I'm tell you something. I bet I never hear that you got problems with your body. You don't like the way you look. You look in the mirror lately? Do you know how beautiful that you are? If you don't like the way you feel, then come to the gym with me and work it out and sweat it out. You don't need no plastic surgery, all the other nonsense we are. See, those ain't stretch marks, baby. Those are I love the sight of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I want to kiss on your beauty marks. So splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks. You got them stretch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Don't you change the way the good Lord made you. The marks of yours are justification of your journey, your trials and tribulations like childbirth and recent weight loss. No matter how hard you pay the cost, you don't like what you see in the mirror. I'ma make it more simple, more plain and clearer. Them lines on your body, extended beauty. Quite honestly, I turn on the side of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. So splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks. You got them stretch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Don't you change the way the good Lord made you. Been busting your tail every week at the gym. Somehow you still can't get rid of them. Beauty marks are a part of your territory. They telling such amazing story. Don't you be negative, baby, be proud. Cause in your cutest outfit, we all singing rhyme. Don't stop us wanting you, won't change a thing. Girl, you still got it, your beauty still inside of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. So splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks. You call them stretch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Don't you change the way that the Lord made you. There ain't nothing wrong with your body. Oh, still want you in my life, and you so unique every day. Look at here, sweetheart. We ain't through yet. Hold up. Thick girls all across the globe. 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 I love the sight of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. It's so splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks. You call them scratch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Let this remix simmer down in you. This is for the big girls all across the globe. My love for you go deeper to the core of my soul. I would kick some game, but it's already told, already been sold. All the pickamines you know, so I'm here to love you and make you feel good about you and your body, and we dump the wheel. Barrel of nonsense and depression. Your body final exam, and I'm an ace. The other side of your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. It's so splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks. You call them scratch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Let this remix simmer down in you. One look in your eyes were beautiful than the blue skies. In this world of hell, you're the angel in disguise. You're doing the most for me, got my back, took me by surprise. Got me something that I never do compromise. But when you take off your regular clothes and you slip on that lingerie robe, then I see the beauty lines, about to lose my mind after winding down Georgia Pine to your spine. Your beauty marks. I rub my hands on your beauty marks. I wanna kiss on your beauty marks. It's so splendid like a tiger, a zebra, ain't ashamed either. Beauty marks. You call them scratch marks, but to me they will always be beauty marks. Let this remix simmer down in you. Thick girls all across the globe. Thick girls all across the globe. Thick girls all across the globe. Thick girls all across the globe.
Yasmin. So you just think I'ma be cool, just fucking? Wanna express to you how you the man I'm loving? My friends be telling me like, Yasmin, girl, you bugging. I brush it off and I just treat it like it's nothing. Man, I'm playing myself. This shit no good for my health. I know that you don't want this, cause love for you don't exist. And I be trying, my heart be crying, cause all the love I got for you, you be denying. Una negrita, chocolatita. Tú te enamoras cuando ella con la vista. Que necesita una loquita. Queda los buenos y es bien apretadita. Coquetita, masoquista. Que con el corazón a ti te quita. Cinturita, pequeñita. Con su sexualidad, sí te excita. It started off with drinks at the club. Was dancing with my girls turning up. You see me and said, damn girl, what's up? I looked at you and knew you was in love. But I had a man a couple miles away. I should've stopped it when you wanted to text me the next day. Felt this connection, should've rejected. I didn't see it, she was so undetected. And now I'm stuck in between the two. Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? He was the flyest nigga out of his crew. He was the fire nigga, head down the shoe. Down the shoe, down the shoe. I'm contemplating like what to do. Down the shoe, concentrate on like what to do. Una negrita peligrosa, una negrita tan sabrosa, una negrita, negrita mariposa. Esta negrita, otra cosa. Una negrita peligrosa, una negrita, negrita rosa, una negrita maldita mariposa. Esta negrita mentirosa. I cheated. I ain't really care about his feelings. I needed that sexual healing. because nobody can be.
Knew I had a girl and I knew you had a man, but we still take a risk. Gave me your heart and then I ran. I know you wanted to be my lady, but that wasn't in my plan. I was thinking just a nut, but you put me in a jam. I placed my heart in your hand, took my soul. I can't let these feelings show. We can be relation goals. We can make this thing official if I let you take control. You rather place the title, I'm just saying let it flow. Where your mind at, girl? That's not where mine at, girl. Got me lovesick, shouty, to the point I earl. Can't deny all them nights we was fucking. I can't deny all them feelings that I'm tucking. Now you got me feeling this is not enough when it's you and her in this dilemma that I'm stuck in. I see your face and I get temptations. Walk away from love, got me feeling David Ruffin. Yeah, you say got me feeling right. I get that feeling like I got you on my mind and I can't sleep at night. I know you feel my pain because you feel the same. It's something about your head that keep you on my brain. It's something about them back shots make that ass pop. Got me looking at a movie on my laptop. This situation, I can't touch you when I want to touch you. You like that money I've been saving in my stash spot.
Una negrita peligrosa, una negrita, negrita rosa, una negrita maldita mariposa, esta negrita mentirosa. Una negrita peligrosa, una negrita tan sabrosa, una negrita, negrita mariposa, esta negrita otra cosa.
Shawty, this real enough. I'm tryna give you my heart. I know you've been through a lot. Tar heels, all the scars. I'm tryna copy you a drop. Fishtail off the lot. Spin them bands till you drop. Tell me you ready or not. 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 Tar heels, all the scars. I know you've been through a lot. I'm tryna give you my heart. Tell me you ready or not. I keep it real with you. You keep it real with me. Me and you together, baby, we can make history. I can tell you into me, this ain't no mystery. We can be a power couple, grow together mentally. I ain't into all the faking, hard time, stay patient. Playing cat and mouse with you, baby girl, you got me chasing. I need love, my heart feels so vacant. Any shot, no chaser, dreams of us are getting hazy. So, shawty, this real enough. I'm tryna give you my heart. I know you've been through a lot. Tar heels, all the scars. I'm tryna copy you a drop. Fishtail off the lot. Spin them bands till you drop. Tell me you ready or not. 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 Tar heels, all the scars. I know you've been through a lot. I'm tryna give you my heart. Tell me you ready or not. I'm tryna give you my heart. Tar heels, all the scars. Fishtail off the lot. Tell me you ready or not.
JK, you a fool?
Yeah, though. This one right here, man, it's for the family, man. We done been through so much shit. I done put my family through so much shit. It's a goddamn shame to tell you the truth. At the end of the day, they know where we stand, man. They know I love them. It's all real. Yeah, though. Get him, cop. What you know about the struggle and how to make it out? Me and my family is the struggle, boy, and make us proud. Our neighbors see us, that's them glovers, then they crack a frown. I'm on the ground so I can move my family somewhere out of town. Yeah, I love my city, but right now it ain't the place to be. I'm obligated to all minds, just touch them and see. And you better be precautious if you come for me, cause Raquel, my since Leticia, some fucking bitch. When I came home, Pops blessed me with a red Benz. 5 bands, a good bag, I left and got it in. I let the whole family know that we gotta win. I'm trying to be wealthy before ever we grow up and turn 10. I told G Nasty we locked in after our first lick. We met through Darcy and been loyal every fucking since. We don't fuck around with niggas who ain't got no common sense. We go get it until the getting is good as it gets. Free Darcy, free $1, free Trump, bitch. Free Swan, free meat to soil, little bitch. Free Honey, free Teasy, free Con. Yeah, they all my brothers and y'all always on my fucking mind. Real shit, rest in heaven, Joe Glover. TJ and Dre, I miss y'all like a motherfucker, yeah. Ball in heaven, JT, RJ, and my brother Flynn. This ain't the end, we ain't stopping till we win. Yeah, I'll be there, man. Family know. Just give me a call, man. I love y'all to the death. Like, nothing never change that. I love you, Grandma. I love you, Granddad. Rest your soul, man. Shout out to my mama. I'ma always be around because I got a message. God gon' always have my back and send me all his blessings. Almighty Uncle Eli, Joe Latif, we about to have a session. My brother's keeper, sister provider, that's without a question. Screaming, I love you to my one and only Umber C. Never got to see him, but I think I see him in my dreams. All I punish me cause I wasn't on my fucking D. But he held my mama be cancer, it make me wanna see it. Me and Shante go way back, I'm talking elementary. I was pouring milk on classmates, teachers couldn't get me. I was a menace, just like Dennis in that sandbox. Wait for Sunday and take my report card off the mailbox. Andrea, Queen, Tay, Johnny, Nick, I ain't forgot. I'ma love y'all till after death, that shit'll never stop. Me, Johnny, Nick, 3 musketeers, that's what my granddad called us. If you fuck with my princesses, you gon' end up a cart. Yeah, man, they know I'll be there. I love y'all, man. This shit crazy. I'm in this booth, man, turning up for my family. Motherfuckers chase clout, chase money, chase bitches, man. I ain't down for that, man. I'm chasing a dream, man. I'm chasing a message for my family and myself, bro. What up, Trav? I don't get what y'all niggas don't understand. Like, thank you. I ain't even about to waste my breath on y'all niggas. You know what it is. And Detroit, y'all know what it is. And you gotta turn up for my city, man. Ohio, they changed my life. Yeah, though. Get him, Cod. Can't forget about my wife cause she support her man. To keep you happy, Kayla Mariah, I'll do what I can. Protect my wife at all times in this world of sin. She held a nigga down when I came home from the fucking pen. Can't forget about my wife cause she support her man. To keep you happy, Kayla Mariah, I'll do what I can. Protect my wife at all times in this world of sin. She held a nigga down when I came home from the fucking pen. Yeah, man. Detroit, I love y'all, man. Family, I love y'all. Glovers, Patrick, y'all know what it is. Almighty God. Imani, I love you. Lil' cuz. Yeah, dope. I'm out.
I say it fool like a dive on the beats.
JG, Acadad. Her head game so dumb, bro, that shit don't make no sense. She got some nookie so good, you gon' wanna pay her rent. And she got a man coon, I seen the print. Big facts, I'm about to break her ass off like a kid. Can't cause she smelling real tasty, looking like a snack. Nah,